Hello everyone! Today it is Mewtube Monday. For those who don't know, Mewtube Monday is a stream I do once a week where I watch whatever videos you guys send in, at my discretion of course, to the Discord via the Fire Pit channel. We're just going to be watching YouTube videos and I'll be offering commentary on them and we'll just be having a good time, having a good laugh, having a giggle. But yes, if you enjoyed today's stream and you're new here, be sure to follow. If you want to see more from me, or if you just want to hang out, or if you want to submit your own videos from YouTube Monday, be sure to join the Discord down below or via the link that I'm currently posting in chat. Hey, Mr. Witty, it's good to see you. Hey, Sonico. We having a giggle, lads. And finally, if you want to support the stream, help it grow, and help me achieve my goal of getting new artwork for the channel, be sure to subscribe. Subscribers get access to the special subscriber channel. They get to watch my streams ad-free, and they get to join me on voice chat every Sunday for game night, where we'll be playing, well, whatever you guys feel like playing. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm thinking more Deep Rock Galactic, because we had a fucking blast last time. That game's a ton of fun. But it could be anything. It could even be Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah, so let me go ahead and finish my posting here, and I'll greet you fellas as you come in. I apologize for the lack of response to chat messages. Yay, Deadlock finally installed. Let me scroll up. 3-stream streak, nice work. Oh yes, the streak. 100-stream streak, and you get your own official School of the Cat. You get your own official School of the Cat artwork from Mystic, the person who did this artwork that's speaking to you right now. Foxeltrot, no, you gotta stay alive. Beer open, hell yeah, we having a giggle. Deadlock finally installed. It could even be Sonic R. Oh god. I don't want to play Sonic with the hard R. Please. Finally got a computer somehow. You just woke up one morning and it was there. And it doesn't bother you that much that the computer has veins. You just wish it would stop breathing. Would you guys use a flesh computer? Like if you got the most powerful computer in the world, but like it was made of skin and like its keyboard was like teeth, and you could like see the gums between the keys. The mouse was like a testicle or like a kidney. Would you do that? Would you use that? Would you use that computer? It could run anything. It's so powerful. It accepts any format. You just got to put it in its mouth. But would you use the horrible flesh computer? I don't think I could. I'd probably end up like stabbing it out of fear. And then I'd feel bad. Fuck no. Okay. Oh, can it reproduce? Oh, I don't know. Because, like, the idea, I'd put a blanket on it. Like, you can't... Okay, the rule is you can't replace any of its peripherals. So, like, you can plug whatever monitor you want into it, but the mouse and keyboard is the mouse and keyboard you're going to use. And it's a damn good mouse and keyboard. It's got really good clicky feedback. And like the mouse is nice and heavy. Like whatever you prefer for your setup is exactly how it feels. The only difference is you are clutching an organ, like a testicle. Like imagine like, you know what? I'm actually getting grossed out by my own hypothetical here. When it dies, does it melt into gray? No, it's a corpse. No, when it dies, you have to dispose of it or else it'll rot. Oh yeah, it also sheds hair and skin cells. It has lungs for its circulation device. No, it's a biological computer. If it's chill, then I'm chill with it. Okay, that's fair. I don't think I could use it. I'll be honest. The more I put detail into this hypothetical, the more horribly disgusted I am. But I do have a title for the stream now, so that's good. Would you use the Alienware flesh computer? I don't know, I just imagine, I was trying to think of like a brand that could be attached to it. Alienware put it out tomorrow. It's a literal alien they found. Oh, this is horrible. It's St. Patty's Day! Yeah, it is, isn't it? What is that about, anyway? La la. Thank you for your submission, TJ.
If you don't do your daily vocab and we lose the vocab bowl, I kill the dog.
Hey guys, I'm in Silent Hill, just hanging out.
Hey, Harry.
Have you seen a little girl around here? Short, black hair, 7 years
No.
old?
Beers and clovers? I'd love to see that ghost.
Pull me over. You were doing 90 to 30. Why?
Cause I'm in the hood.
That's a good answer. I be speeding to this motherfucker too. But you got any guns in the car? Nah, son, I ain't got no guns. You gonna need one. I'll be right back and grab you one. Well, that's how you serve and protect the community.
The alternate universe where cops are cool. Welsh, but he killed all the pagans, so it's whatevs. Whoa, okay. Fair enough. Talos of Ireland, that's what we're celebrating? Goddamn. So I associate this with GTA Online because for some fucking reason the version of GTA 4 I like to play most online was Ballad of Gay Tony. That's a nice CRT. Oh, he's got a gun con, that's cool. Oh, he's got a PS1.
You know what? I actually am a
Slim.
woman who liked to ruin my life, so.
Isaac never talks. This Isaac doesn't speak.
You've been through a lot
Ew,
worse than
ew, ew. Oh, that Spartan model.
about your mother again.
Oh, that Spartan model was grotesque.
Oh, cool. I have a friend that once went to Oktoberfest.
To Oktoberfest, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, this is the fucking bullshit. We Germans do other things than just doing Bratwurst and Leberkäse. I don't see an American and I'm like, oh, you American? Yeah, I have a friend who once did a school shoot.
School shoot. No, wait, no, that's not true. That is not fucking true.
Yeah, I'm from Germany.
Okay, that's a lie. That is a fucking lie, you motherfucker. This is the first thing Europeans go for. Every fucking time. We'll be like, oh man, it sounds like your weather, like they'll be telling us about the weather in their country and we'll be like, your weather sounds kind of shitty, that's a bummer, man. And they'll be like, yeah, well at least we don't have school shootings. And I'm just like, I was just talking about the weather. Why are you like this? Like, it's so intense. Like, I'm all for going for the throat, but like, that's a bit intense. To be fair, though, if I find out someone's more than 2 years younger than me and they piss me off, I'm going to accuse them of being illiterate. But that's actually a real statistic that's, like, funny. Like, if Pansy pisses me off, I'm gonna call him illiterate. And then he's gonna dunk on me, probably. But yeah, I don't know. That'd be like us, like, I mean, what can we do for Germany? Like, I don't know. They haven't been up to much since the 40s. I'm sorry. Uwe Boll? Like, I don't know what I'd bring up, you know? My problem, I gotta ask, because, like, that's why I'm so curious about what's going on in other countries, because I never find out. No one ever tells me anything. Unless it's, like, a huge tragedy. Like, I'm like, so what's going on in Finland? What's going on over there? German elections happen. Wow. And it's like, oh, what's going on everyone already knows what's going on in America. I don't need to tell you. You already know. I know a girl in Iran, she's not having the best time. That's pretty much everyone I meet. You like, there's some countries where I hear if people are from them, I just immediately apologize. I'm like, oh, where are you from? Like, oh, I'm from the Philippines, and I'm just like, oh damn, I'm sorry. I'm from America. Oh damn, I'm sorry. You know, I just automatically apology. I would tell you if I knew, but I just don't know what's happening in Spain or Poland. Damn. Is it because the citizens don't know?
School shoot.
I mean, no, Canada seems fine.
El Pepe. El Pepe. El Pepe.
I don't get it. Bees!
El Pepe.
What? This is how it feels to play Gmod alone. This is true. Like, this is any online game, really. I don't like being in, like, arena shooters before everyone else spawns in. It creeps me out. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, uh-oh. He's got that AVGN set up. Hell yeah.
Who's without sin, cast the first stone.
Why is Weird Al dressed as Jesus?
Jesus can't believe it. He's lining up his shot. No. Oh no! No! Oh, the son of God!
Good job, Weird Al.
Okay, Angus is gonna knock down these chips using a flying jump tackle.
He's gonna go through the glass, or he's gonna bounce the fuck off and crumple.
Go, go, go! Oh!
Nothing.
Are they down?
Good job,
Let me
Angus.
see. No, it's coming out, it's coming out. It's coming out, it's coming out. A couple more kicks should do it. Wait. Ah.
Nailed it. Yeah! That's my boy.
As the adage says, you give a poor man a fish and you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish. You give him and
No. Hello, kitty. What's 30 years old, huh? Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Megamind. Like exploring. Oh, yeah. No players online, yeah. I think I'm familiar with that one. Let me... Yeah, this game's creepy as shit. I think it's fucking awesome. Like, if I hadn't played this already, we totally would have played this for, Oh, wait, there's only a demo. Shit. I remember playing it on Itch.io, and it was just, it was, like, that was the game. Oh, that's cool. I put it in the show floor. Alrighty. The show floor! I gotta back this up, sorry. I don't mind it, you did good. I like the characters you created. No, I'm wearing my Attack on Titan shirt. Whenever I see these areas, all I can think of is destroy all humans and blowing up all these cars with a disintegrator ray. Sees a happy couple, thinks immediately about death. Oh. Oh, this is some Green Mile shit. Or, The Notebook. Yeah. Huh, that was cute. Yep, yeah, then we get into the dystopian shit. Hey guys, do this for me. Like, don't. Just don't. Unless you're just looking for hookups, don't. Then again, Grindr is great, but still, just... Unless you're just looking for hookups, unless you're just looking to fuck, don't bother with dating apps. Absolutely fucking worthless. Do not bother. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Stick to web fishing. Stick to just talking to people. Like I said before, love will find you. If you're looking for someone, just live your life in a way that facilitates social interaction. You will find people. People will find you. You don't need to use these dating apps. You don't need to actively go out of your way for this shit. Just live your life naturally. Because remember, if you decide to do it up one day for someone and they get with you, and they're with you because of the way you do it up, like if you spend all the money you got on a fancy date, a limo ride, all kinds of shit, that money's not going to be there forever. You're going to lose that money. And if that's the only reason they're with you, they're gone. But yeah, what if we need a girl so we can clickbait on YouTube? I literally just, most of my images are just art I get off Google, and I credit the artist. That's kind of what I do. Stick to web fishing, yeah. Don't bother with dating apps. They're literally they are trying to make money off of your loneliness. Damn. I'm losing out to shopping carts here. Do I need to change my avatar to be this? Love the animation, that's nice. It likes eating pet. Aw. Oh, nice. Hey, Lemmy.
How's it going, everybody?
It does.
If this is anybody tuning into their first live stream of mine, this is what I'm like all the time. Full of beans. How's it going? Oh, I can hear that. There's a wee alert thing on my phone. What was that all about?
This is infectious. I'm smiling so much right now. Oh, hi. What the fuck? Quick, what's this character's name? He wasn't there to explain it to me. No, I didn't understand the title. There you go, Obi. You nailed it. It's Gizmo. My music has changed. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Like, okay, I like the dating one. The dating one was okay. Like, I didn't like it because it's not honest, or it's more just, it's doomer shit. Like, let's not, look, if you want to invoke the past, be honest about it, and don't just do it for doomer shit. But this is actually interesting, seeing the different mediums and stuff. Little glimpses into different times. CD players fucking sucked. Oh, hello. I like his Watchmen poster. This song, man. The cuck song. Yeah! Oh.
Some stalker placed hundreds of menacing calls to this Japanese woman, but it turned out to be the last person she suspected. A 38-year-old Japanese woman, Yuko, had to put up with hundreds of...
It was Michael Douglas from falling down. Sin! That ain't fucking fair. You only got... How you doing, buddy? What were you playing?
She started fearing for her safety. Things took a weird turn.
Let's go ahead and just quickly shout out True Sin. Been a very good viewer to us. Been a very good friend of the channel. And you guys should definitely go over and give them a follow, especially if you enjoy entertaining cat folk. You were playing oh shit, you were playing Dredge? God damn, I should have checked that out. I apologize. I need to keep a better eye on my show floor channel. I'm just... Typically, whenever I'm into something, I'm into something. If I'm into editing or a game or whatever, I very much focus on it. But hell yeah, man. Rad. Let's check out that VOD later. Alrighty. Thank you all for being here. Let's go ahead and get back to Glarp Gizmo.
Would stop whenever her husband was playing video games. She called the cops and they confirmed that the culprit was indeed her husband.
The video games.
Yeah, he was the stalker. But get this, he was doing it out of love. Love didn't stop him from getting arrested.
So are most stalkers! Sorry. Get out of here, stalker.
I can't help feel that there must be some piece to this story that we're missing.
Yeah, we're missing Michael Douglas's. We're missing Michael Douglas's perspective. Hello, ATJ. Ow, it's all good, man. You got here just in time for the Resonance Cascade. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to know more. I would like to know more about the situation, pretty much, yeah. Yo, TJ! Thank you so much for the sub, buddy! Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Hell yeah. 23 months. Almost 2 years. God damn. I'll be sick today. Oh, no.
Time in Alien Isolation, they make sure to let you know. Getting the 100 times too many achievement means you died to the Xenomorph 100 times. Maybe it's time to work on your hide and seek skills. When running through the hotel in level 5 of Family Guy Back to the Multiverse, you can spot Quagmire
later, Sin.
A diaper. But don't get too curious, because staying in the room for 30 seconds will get you the Pervert achievement. Missing a couple shots in a shooter is completely understandable, but if you only hit less than 10% of your shots in the Bourne Conspiracy, the game says you need glasses. But what's more embarrassing is in Metal Gear Gear Solid 2.
Yeah.
If you stare at this poster for too long, you get an awkward phone call from Otacon scolding you for
Yep.
making your snake solid. Imagine
Yeah.
trying to explain to your friend why you have the snake beater achievement.
It would be really funny. It'd be really funny if he just responded, "Yeah, well, you pissed yourself in a locker, so fuck off." He does for a different conversation, but
News, everybody! Democracy just kicked in.
yeah. Wait, why are they all white women now? Why would does democracy make you white? Snake beater.
That seems unlikely. Amazing. There was only one man in the world with a vision to predict something like this. Damn. Laura! Laura! Laura!
I like how he doesn't even try to do an impression. He just does his own voice.
Have you ever wondered how cats see you?
Maybe.
The answer might surprise you. Cats don't think of you as their boss or servant. Instead,
Nope.
they see you as
Another big cat,
just
yep.
one with strange habits.
Yes.
They don't understand the idea of being in charge.
Now watch this
They
drive.
treat you like an equal, almost like a friend. But don't worry, they know you don't have fur or a tail. Cats watch how you act and respond to you in their own way.
Is that why they freak the fuck out when they see me?
For example, if your cat wakes you up early, they might just want to play because they think it's hunting time. When you leave for work, your cat might even believe you're going hunting too. To
Yep.
make your cat like you more, try giving them treats when you come home and spend time training them. This helps them see you as a strong and reliable cat. But remember, if you're gone for too long, your cat might worry about you. To your cat, you're not just a person, you're part of their world.
Yeah.
Animals that look
So
weird
make sure you
without-
show up. Make sure you show up for streams, guys, or I'll just assume you left me. Now watch this drive.
Animals that look weird without hair.
I feel like watch this drive is like the rich person version of hold my beer.
For one, bears. Bears look beautiful and strong with thick hair.
Like I was genuinely like, oh, he's posting all the fucking president videos again. But like that Bush video was actually pretty good.
But when all their hair falls off due to a genetic defect,
They look like Yao
start
Guai.
looking weird
Yeah, like
and
Yao Guai.
scary, as if they belong to a different species. Number 2, chimpanzee. Chimpanzees look cute like a normal monkey with their thick hair.
You
But
say so.
Sometimes, due to aging, climate change, or genetic disorders, all their hair falls off. And after this, they look more muscular.
Oh my
than
god, I think his balls are huge.
steroids. Number 3, parrots. Parrots look very attractive.
This guy dinosaur with its
colorful
feathers off.
But if all their feathers fall off, they start looking skinny.
Oh, never
and
mind.
some strange
Oh, Jesus.
Number 4, raccoons. Raccoons are known for their furry look. But if all their fur is removed, you will not even be able to recognize whether it is the same raccoon or
Beerus.
some other unknown creature.
Sees any hairless Mars.
This is Hitler's bunker, known as the Führer bunker.
Right. Okay, gotta back that up. Man, I wish I got this far. And wait, no, I totally did.
This is Hitler's bunker, known as the Führer bunker, the infamous underground residence where Hitler.
Man, Sims 3 be looking crazy.
It was originally built in 1936 beneath the main government.
I'm expecting with this art style, I'm expecting Hitler to like start making millions of dollars while doing the Gangnam Style.
Specific Hitler's instructions.
It looks like those bad mobile game
30
ads.
feet underground and was
It's a
designed to
binker.
withstand heavy bombings.
Who's this Hitler guy? Odd looking duck.
Concrete walls. It had 30 rooms, including his personal quarter, a meeting room, and a complete ventilation.
That's just how the Reich looked. It looked like a bad mobile game ad.
Sustained with its own electric generators and its own water supply system.
I fucking hope
Adolf
so.
Hitler permanently moved into the Führer bunker on January 16th, 1945. By end of April, realizing war is lost, he gathers his inner circle.
Well, you're only using
And
bishops,
April
buddy.
30th, he decides to make his last.
Gotta use the other pieces.
Smoke day? Oh, hell yeah!
I think I've seen this before. We're smoking filtered crack, you stupid piece of shit.
I put some mescaline in with the weed, Dave.
Oh, that's gonna be rough.
Careful if I were you.
Poor Dave. Dave may not survive the night.
Could be tripping for days.
Yeah.
I could handle it.
Fuck that.
Oh yeah.
Mescaline's one of those drugs that you just stay the fuck away from, man. It's like, oh man, I'm getting on that mescaline. Oh, what's it like? Oh, I'm scared of damn near everything, and I want to fight like all the time, and I can't move. Oh, cool. You know? Like, what is it? Certain drugs are just like that. Angel dust, same thing, yeah.
Top lawyer at Shysters by night. A knight of the road battling the very corporate forces he represents. Are you a bisexual?
Very funny.
I didn't think so. I guessed you just like cock.
Is it illegal for parents to ground you?
Ah! What did I tell you? No staying out past 10 p.m.
Is this porn?
No! You can't log me in again!
I better call Saul!
Actually, while you can legally send your child to their room, you can't excessively restrict their movement, like putting prison bars over the door. So technically, you could face criminal charges.
But I need to know if he's sneaking out. I know. I'll just put up security cameras.
This is porn production quality. Especially because it's like an adult dressed as like a kid character. Like, this feels very porny.
Privacy. Yeah! Expedition of pirates! No, expectation of privacy. It means it's usually illegal.
Get out of my house.
Unless there's a good reason.
You fucking ambulance chaser.
Fine, I'll give him a medical condition, all right? No more food for a week.
Well, parents are legally obligated to provide necessities like food, so you can't do
Do they show this to like law students?
Who even are you?
I'm Mike, and one day I'll be the most followed lawyer in the world.
Yeah, you know.
Zeus, look at me. Come on, don't be shy. Look at me. Why not? Are you embarrassed? Come on.
What'd you put on his head?
Cuteness aggression took over.
Hey, don't bite.
Don't bite the
I
bunny.
think we got this net to keep you out of there. Do not.
His cat is a real perfectionist.
Maybe you should have got him out of there instead of recording.
Carefully calculated all the factors.
Wait, TJ, your response to me saying it all looks like porn is that Mike knows what he does? He wanted it to look like porn? Good job, Kat.
Riley, do better, Riley. Do better.
No. Orange cat zoomies.
I don't fucking know anymore. Alright, fair enough. Oh, no! Stop! No! This is horrible. These are bad kitties.
These are real human brains, and they
God damn it. Who sent the snuff?
came from individuals who directly consented
Yeah.
to donate their body to
Okay, look, alright. Look, I get consenting to donate your body to science, but like, do you really want some fucking hungover college student poking around in what's left of you? And then at the end of the class, it just getting knocked into a dumpster? I'm just saying, like, of course we need real bodies for medical students to practice on and shit. But like, you can't think about it any more than that, you know? Or else it just gets kind of sad. She is hungry for brains.
after death. The brain is connected to this long tail called your spinal cord. Messages travel up and down the spinal cord at over 200.
I want you to half dissolve my body in like a tub and then catapult it at my game developer of choice. Probably Activision Blizzard HQ.
Miles per hour. This is called the dura. It's a connective tissue that surrounds your brain and spinal cord and helps protect your central nervous system. The human brain is divided into two halves.
Give me the Walter White special.
Contains 4 lobes. The frontal lobe
Dissolved
is
in a
responsible for higher level
Yeah.
thinking and voluntary movement. The parietal lobe processes sensory information like taste and touch. The occipital lobe is primarily responsible for vision, and the temporal lobe is responsible for processing hearing. This part on the back of the brain is called the cerebellum. The cerebellum helps you stay balanced and also assist in fine motor activity. Finally, teenage brains are not fully developed. The human brain reaches full maturity around age 25.
Finally, teenage brains suck and teenagers are morons. End of the video. Excuse me, man, you gonna eat that?
It's only happened once. That's right, once in all 15 years of Minecraft. And it's still somehow in the game, so let me explain. Minecraft deaths have messages associated with them, even when they shouldn't be possible. For example, this one is from when he died of fall damage in water. But this death I'm talking about today is so rare, Mojang didn't even think of putting a death message for it. This death first and last happened in 2013, over a decade ago, and was luckily recorded by the player who died. A player named Delcake was playing a minigame at the time with his friends called UHC, where you can't naturally regenerate regenerate health. And Delkick was at 1 heart, so he decided to wait around for his teammate in an area where he thought was completely safe. Or so he thought. Just quickly, before I show the death,
That's when I
make sure you
started.
subscribe. It really means a lot.
I hope someone sponsor blocks that part out. Sorry.
Just quickly, before I show the death, make sure to subscribe. It really means a lot.
I'm good, man.
For the great reveal, another player was in the Nether at the time and decided they wanted to go to the overworld, so they made a Nether portal. But something insane happened. This Nether portal landed right on Delkick, and he died from the Nether portal landing on him. The chances of this happening randomly are so rare, it might never happen again. So now you know why.
That's cool.
Hey, we're Catholics, okay?
Okay.
I don't care where we are on Sundays, we go to church. Why
All
would
right.
Jamaica be any different?
All right, welcome, brothers and sisters.
See, guys, church is church, no matter where you are in the world.
And now a message from Father Lawrence.
Under the blood, me say under the blood. Under the blood, yeah. Under the blood, me say me under the blood. Welcome to the 6:30 a.m. mass. If you hear me, under you say amen.
Yeah, amen.
Honey, you don't even know what he's talking about.
Hush now, child, me trying to hear the good words. Jesus, Father Lawrence.
On the manger, on the cross, 3 days later, oh my God. Where him go?
Up in heaven.
That I know.
See? Church is church. Father is right. Jesus was upon the cross, died for our sins, and 3 days later he going to raise up into heaven.
That was good.
No, green, white, and orange. Ireland. The mirror flips it. Paul, check it out. Leaves the Ivory Coast.
No way. What an idiot.
You're the Indian flag. Oh, did you do yours in the mirror as well?
Oh, worst Irish person ever.
Look, lads, don't worry about it. Sure, St. Patrick wasn't even Irish, was he?
What do you mean St. Patrick wasn't Irish?
Well, he was Welsh.
What? Then why is he our patron saint?
Because all the best Irish people aren't Irish. I mean, look at Jack Charlton.
He's Irish.
No, he's English.
Huh?
Yeah, and
Oh no.
He's the Lord of the Dance.
Yeah, he's American.
Michael Flatley. I thought he was as Irish as potatoes.
Potatoes, there's another one.
No, please, not potatoes.
Well, they came from Peru in the 16th century. So.
Next, you're going to tell me that begrudgery
Right?
is Irish.
Well, came with the Spanish Armada.
This whole day is a sham.
This is St. Patrick's Day. It is our national holiday, and we will celebrate it properly, okay? And we're going to go out there, we're going to drink budget Polish beer, watch American
marching bands.
Chinese fireworks, yeah?
Sven, get out here.
Oh, fuck.
What did we do?
You reinvented the wheel last night.
No.
This is what I imagining partying. This is what I imagine partying with TJ would be like.
I don't know quantum mechanics. I was fucked up. Dude,
That is killing me. I can't believe
this does look like a better wheel, though.
Reinvent. What? You need one per car now? Are you serious?
Harvard's calling.
No, don't pick it up. Don't pick it up.
I have to. I have to pick it up.
No.
Yo. No.
Wait, he sounds like Archibald. Oh, hey, Big Iron. He sounds like Archibald from Emesis Blue. That's what the Harvard guy sounds like.
No. Oh my god.
We're erasing it. We don't even understand it this morning.
Yo, I'm erasing.
No, dude, we're not going to the White House. We're going to brunch.
How did they find out about it? Did we post on Reddit?
Go meet with the Secret Service.
Reddit?
Dude, how does it work? How does it work?
Oh, that's great.
Howdy, son.
That's not what Easy P sounds like.
Oh, I get it. You're after some dynamite. Well, you can't have any. No, I mean it.
I love the slow zoom in. That's great.
Dynamite. This is dangerous stuff that requires expertise. No matter what you say, I'm not risking it. Fine. Whatever you do, just use it responsibly. Now, where did I put that damn thing?
Daedra. They actually do stuff.
It's let everybody in my fan base and on the internet know. I am straight. I am
Not
straight.
like Not like this.
No slanderous troll
Not
is
like
gonna
this.
alter me in such way. I'm straight. Straight? Believe me.
Believe it.
I have a subscription to Playboy. And look at my eyes.
Help.
My face.
Help.
I can't be more serious than how I am right now.
You can't be more serious.
Those damn slanderous trolls. Damn them all to hell. And another thing, you slanderous trolls. You can kiss my foot. And you know what else? And don't you forget it. Y'all, true good citizens. Peace and have a good day.
Car. Daedra. I answered you. Bow, 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 bow. There's a very specific way lighting looked. There's a very specific way lighting looked in this generation that I miss. Beep, 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 beep. Gary! Bing, 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 bing. Beep, 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 beep. That's fair. Yeah, right, Ghost? Person turns out trans. I'm straight! I swear! Yeah! Good job. Woo! Rick Grimes or Daryl Dixon? I like Rick. Like, Daryl's alright. Norman Reedus is cool. He's cool. He's a good guy. Rick's just a lot more fun to watch. My favorite characters in Walking Dead are the villains usually, but like I really like Rick. He's a lot of fun to watch. His accent's funny. Wait, are you saying that Daryl Dixon's the Daedra? He's cool when you can understand what he's saying. Yeah, but when he's not, when he's speaking his weird Australian Southern American English, it's it's funny.
Done some accents before and they've been all over the internet. But now what we're going to do is we're going to try to do some with different accents now, because I did the UK before. So look, let's start with Ireland. Now it's not a difficult thing to do. Like the thing is, I've loads of friends, which is a bit savage. I've loads of friends in Dublin, but
Northern Ireland.
Let's just say that's now. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter to me. But what I'll
Come
tell
across
you,
the sea, Wales.
I tell you something about Wales. Well, not really. I don't really know much about Wales, to be honest with you. My friend Simon's always. I'm going to tell you a story now.
Coral, stop hitting the gritty. Right?
By the way, it might not be Spanish. I tell you one story about Spain is when you drive.
Ooh, that's on point.
They want to drive fast because they want to do nothing, but they want to do nothing for more time. So
Yeah, that's on point. Shit.
France. I want I tell you something about.
Kajit as worse if you have coin.
Funny, but the French people, we are more funny because, for example, we have the Arc de Triomphe, but we didn't win anything.
Germany.
So there we are making some dance party in Germany. All dances is over, and we are on the Reeperbahn in Hamburg, and this is.
You have an American accent, Ghost. It's.
Oh, fuck it. Right, we're in Holland. Do Holland. Okay, so there we are in Amsterdam, and it doesn't matter what you tell people because in Holland everybody sounds happy. Yesterday my dog was run over by a canal boat, but it's okay because today we go to smoke something in Holland.
South Africa.
I could try to tell you a story about South Africa, but I think it's a difficult thing to do because my girlfriend is in the bathroom at the moment, so I don't want to start to tell these to me. But I want to live in a country where a man and a woman can live together. but the problem in Italy is everybody want to do something. They want to sign for
Afrikaner.
Chelsea. Well, like, you go to New York City and people are like, what you doing over here? Like, I fucking play for Chelsea over here. I'm like, what? Listen, I'm like, so like my guy's going next drinking a coffee. And the,
Australia.
What? So there's this guy, right, a Shire.
Oh,
So this guy, I'm in Bangkok, fucking Thailand, and this guy called fucking Hayden, he's going to me like, oh right, so you're from England, he's paying me out for being a pop. I'm like, mate, if you're from Perth, if you threw a boomerang, it wouldn't come back.
that was something. So this is a video I was actually interested in because it looked creepy. Changes the resolution. It's intentionally low resolution. Well, what does it look like at low resolution? Not much better. Okay. Hello. Oh. Oh. Okay.
My father took a bath. His skin, the creek, changed him. He come back hungry. I bought a pizza, but he hungry only for blood. My kitty. My doggy. They plunged into the creek. They come back hungry. They spelled me so long.
Oh, that's weird.
Your sacrifice will not be nice. I must feed my family. They craving your body. For what I do, I am sorry.
That's great. Oh, that was wonderful. What you like about Lock Blue? Oh, TJ, your accent's, I mean, I don't know. To be honest, you're really the only person I talk to from your country, so I couldn't really say. I guess it's the accent you're supposed to have. Ghost and Obi both have this, like, Ghost has like an American accent, and then Obi has an American accent as well. I mean, like, I call it the American TV accent because, like, it doesn't actually come from anywhere in specific. It's a combination of multiple American accents, all rolled into one, and it's what they use for TV and the radio. Like, people would artificially speak that way, but after a long enough time, it's kind of become the dominant accent in our country. I slip Southern sometimes, but that's rare. I speak everyone. No one will notice. Oh, okay. I think making your channel about creepy animation and titling yourself Pleasantries is awesome. Mike. Alakir Desert, Hammerfell, the 4th Era. Speak Americanian. He speaks Belgium, yummy, yummyan.
Goods and wares of all kinds, and all can be yours.
You.
Hello?
Hi, Mike.
What?
I've been looking for some more merchandise to buy. What do you have?
Tools, wares, and hit.
Let's see it. What's that?
Oh, but this is dangerous business.
How much?
No, I don't think you need this hit.
How the fuck did Mike get an Elder Scroll? 5 Septum?
It is spicy.
I don't know how old Mike is. But you didn't have to cut me off. Yeah, that seems about right.
Fuck.
Have you met Serrani yet, Obi? Sigicolor, hell yeah. Noisel. Noisel. Camilton. It does, yeah. Ask what if you met Serrana? That bobbity in your mind meds. No! So next time we see you, you're just gonna have the M on your forehead? Oblivion fur. Calling me sir. This isn't even bad. Christ. Okay, we actually didn't get to read that book yet. There is another Baron Zaya book that describes Baron Zaya having sex with a Khajiit in detail, and like most of what we know about Khajiit biology comes from that book. It's fucking raunchy, man. Would Majin Green be evil or neutral? Majin Ghost. I don't know.
Now you can see me, I'm drunk, see that with the ring on Hariti. Holy fuck, my so pretty, no, we don't hear when they play with that beating. They call me my
Kappa's Colovian fur.
They call me my but they should be calling me sir. You know, as a matter of fact, I am never I never know.
Now, I don't know which Maik there is, because there's the one from Oblivion and Morrowind, and then... Oh, no, that's a different Maik. Yeah, so... Apparently, just it's of fathers and sons who named their children Maik.
As a matter of fact, I am never I never know. I am so fly, I never know. I am never I never know.
I should go get some coffee.
You didn't think that you were the only one. By the gods! He was the first. How?
What the fuck?
Sorry, the first was a long way off. Here, Bethesda, and we care about the environment. Bought my Tesla interior wide. I got 16 times the tail. My Weidman 2025. We go to Helder.
What the fuck? This is kind of cursed.
Me. I'm in the vine. Live in click for house. Put in the heart in the border to Skyrim. Cause that's what you get for running. When I say in the six. It's me. Not on the track. It is in the bugs. The feature. Not on working back. Old 76 figures. You can talk about your zip, but mine's 4 times figures. I mean, boy, you're a degenerate. I cannot fuck with you. Boy, you're a degenerate. I cannot fuck with you. Not on working back. Old 76 figures. You can talk about your zip, but mine's 4 times figures. I mean, boy, you're a degenerate. I cannot fuck with you. Boy, you're a degenerate.
Really?
This shit too easy.
Yeah, he seems to be just a person who outputs cringe at high levels. Ah, Morrowind. Oh shit, okay, there's how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Apparently, so there's the Elder Scroll of Chim, but they're not all like that. I was curious if like reading an Elder Scroll was akin to achieving Chim, but yeah. It could be, yeah.
I play old Minecraft.
Yes.
Specifically, I play beta and alpha. I made the change from modern Minecraft to these versions over 2 years ago, and when I did, it was like I finally realized what was missing from my gameplay experience. Minecraft became satisfying to play again.
So I wouldn't mind giving that a try. I know when I first started playing World of Warcraft, I didn't like it. I started with the current game and didn't really enjoy it, and then I switched to old World of Warcraft on private servers and really liked it.
Now, there are a lot of reasons I prefer the old versions, but I want to clear it up right away.
Obi's being taken in by Todd.
One of them. I didn't first play Java Edition until release 1.5. That's 2 years after what I consider to be the last Golden Age version, Beta 1.7.3. So no, I don't have my childhood tinted glasses on. Anyway, let's get right to it. Here are 5 reasons I personally prefer to play old Minecraft instead of modern.
I'd love to give it a try and see how I feel about it, you know? So this is my, like, out of all the Minecrafts that I've personally played, the one I'm currently playing, like, this version's my favorite. But I've always been a very surface Minecraft enjoyer, never really been that into the game, so...
This point boils down to nothing more than I think the modern game is way too complicated with a ton of unnecessary stuff. Lots of one-trick ponies like the Sniffer and nonsensical additions like Armadillo Scoots that only serve to make things more contrived. Seriously, they're just adding stuff to keep the game relevant.
That Time Warp, you liked it? Okay.
Important for wolf armor to exist, then they would make it craftable or make it generate inside of a structure or something. Instead, it was an attention-grabbing stunt. Anyways, old Minecraft doesn't have a lot of these vestigial additions to the game. It feels like it had a more clear vision of what the game was supposed to be about when it was being developed, instead of, let's just continuously add random junk to the game so people keep talking about it. Big gameplay aspects like building and mining are a lot more satisfying in these versions because of old Minecraft's simplicity. It also really allows your creativity to flourish. Limitations require creative solutions and thinking outside the box to achieve your goals. This is just a normal benefit of having a less complicated game.
I'll actually bring this up. One of my issues with Minecraft, and it can be represented by that boat down there. The game is really static. I've never been a fan about how you create a structure. That structure is basically static and there forever, if not for the occasional creeper coming by and blowing it up, right? Like, people don't move into it. It doesn't get, like, covered in pests. It'll gather snow, which is cool. And that doesn't make the game bad, but it lacks that certain spark that keeps me playing these sort of games. Like, a game I really enjoyed that I actually enjoyed way more than Minecraft from what I played of it was Valheim. Valheim is somewhat focused on a goal. You have to go kill these beasts. And I also really love the way that weather and different things in the world interacted with your structures. Like, you have to consistently repair your house. You can't just let your house sit there. You need to actually work on it, you know? And so, like, my issue with Minecraft has always been, like, okay, you built it, and now it's just going to sit there. It's not going to lead to interesting gameplay. It's just going to be there, you know? But that's just my take on the matter. It's just everything's very static. Consistency.
I've never heard anybody talk about this, so it might just be me, but I like that I can select an established version of the game that doesn't change and just continuously play it. It
I feel that.
a sense of stability.
Oh shit, we have no subs. I'm sorry, guys.
To have to update the game every once in a while to get the newest bug fixes or content that the devs.
Apparently not.
While it's cool that there's new stuff.
Apparently fucking not, because every time the game updates, everyone in chat's like, "What version are you running?" And like, I booted the game up. I don't care.
It's always bothered me because it basically makes my world feel perpetually.
It's just Minecraft.
Apparently, that there's stuff that will be in the world that currently isn't, and a lot of the time it makes me hold off on playing until the next update comes out, so my game feels more complete. I never want to explore too far.
Spider demo, that is a
because
certainty.
if I
Yes.
nearby, I'll have to travel even further for new content when it drops.
Like the skulls, that's
I
cool.
also have to worry about how the next update will affect my world. Some of the farms I have might become useless, or my redstone contraptions might break. With old Minecraft, usually stick to the version that you want.
Yeah, having a static game that doesn't update on you is nice.
And this has lended a real sense of consistency.
Like, I can't talk about Minecraft, but what I can say is I actually... Pause real quick, sorry. I can actually say I enjoyed that about WoW. I like that... Like, in 14, for example, I used to play Ninja. That was my favorite class to play on my old character. Well, I logged on one night, and half the abilities were trimmed out for the sake of streamlining, and I'm just like, well, shit. There goes everything I enjoyed about that class. Meanwhile, Rogue in World of Warcraft Classic is going to be Rogue forever, and I'm going to enjoy playing it forever, you know?
And because these versions have been out so long, tons of new mods have come out for them as well. There's an entire community of retro modders still making new mods for these old versions of the game.
neato.
Because of the great modding scene, you can easily customize your world to suit you without worrying about it changing, unless you want it to. I'll admit that this point doesn't have to be limited to Golden Age Minecraft. It could fit for 1.12 or 1.8 or even 1.20 recently, but it's still a reason that I like old Minecraft.
Makes sense.
Old Minecraft's core gameplay loop, in my opinion, is a lot more balanced and straightforward. It relies on a simple philosophy of upgrading your tools over time. You start with wood, then stone, then you get iron, and finally diamonds. Because of this, you are directly and fairly rewarded for the time you put into the game. The more time you spend in your world, the more resources, builds, transportation networks, and history you'll have. Modern Minecraft's approach to this is almost completely different. Sure, you can have all that stuff too, but the gameplay loop is fundamentally altered from what it used to be. For example, since release 1.9, mending tools are now the top tier. They're different from the old system, and that you will never lose them. You have them forever. There's no progressing once you have fully enchanted netherite tools and armor with your mending elytra. You've basically hit a wall here, unlike old Minecraft where your tools aren't permanent. You need to keep mining diamonds to continue to enjoy the convenience diamond tools give you. They also aren't farmable. You can't just sit back and let them be infinitely generated. Ever since 1.14, that's exactly what you can do in Modern. Just have the proper farm setup, and you can have an unending flow of the best tools generated right at your base. Randomly generated structures also interfere with the progression by making endgame loot extremely accessible with very little effort. The direct correlation of reward with the work you put in is now kind of warped. Shipwrecks and underwater cities generate everywhere, for example. They're usually full of diamonds and other useful things that you normally have to advance towards the normal way. Also, if you ever see an underwater cave from the surface of the ocean, you can just swim down there for easy to find diamonds. There's even little magma blocks that shoot air at you. You won't even drown. On the note of structures, another way modern progression is different is that it relies on you traveling from one randomly generated structure to the next. This is the abridged version, but you need to unlock the nether, go to another fortress, go to stronghold, beat the boss, get the elytra, etc. It's more similar to an RPG, while old Minecraft isn't like this at all. It's just a sandbox game where you collect resources and build things. There's no established order you have to follow. You get
on this channel I play games with the goal of beating them. If I ever do a full Minecraft stream, that's probably what it would be about. It would be all about that RPG style progression with structures being built whenever I felt like it, you know, just to challenge myself and test myself against a growing challenge. Because like ultimately, the game's very easy, and I would like to actually push myself. Like, it's like being in the Nether was a lot of fun because it was like, oh, big scary enemies that do weird shit. But ultimately, I didn't really have any trouble with them. At least the ones that attacked me, the ones that were hostile, you know.
Your own story. That, in my opinion, was a core part of the game.
But yeah, if I could get a guide that just goes like, hey, here's what you got to do, here's how you know, that kind of thing.
Got left behind.
Because like because I get what he's going for. I think he likes Minecraft, and I'm not crazy about it. So it being shifted into a different kind of game, for me, is exactly what I want. I like the caves update. I like making the world seem more alive and less static, and I like having a goal to work towards because I lack I don't really feel the motivation to build anything for the most part.
This is a simpler reason. Unless you have some kind of completely optimized max efficiency setup, the modern game takes up a ton of space.
Runs like ass.
Computer resources.
This fucking PS1 looking game runs like ass.
These days, it's basically a requirement to use sodium or Optifine. I'm sure you've heard all that before, but old Minecraft easily beats modern at this. It's not a problem. It
I like that lighthouse.
Little resources compared to the modern game.
That's cool.
And performance is great. It's really easy to achieve a high FPS with a normal computer instead of needing some kind of top-of-the-line PC setup.
Sodium, my beloved.
This is the last one because it's the least scientific, but the aesthetic of old Minecraft is just unparalleled, man. The look, the feel, it's way more appealing than the dull tones of modern's world gen and its pastel textures. I love the rough programmer art, I love the janky lighting system, the brighter colors.
I like the old look.
Charming. play a few different old
Actually,
versions.
dude,
Each with
it's
their own
Salt.
vibe. Alpha 1.1.2
Yeah, that looks great.
1 is a mouthful, has the permanent winter worlds with the bright green grass and lack of smooth lighting. Beta 173 has the indie feel and fun world generation while still feeling fleshed out. I also enjoy playing mods for old versions like Better Than Adventure, which has its own unique appeal. Ultimately, I don't think saying that I like how retro
I know how to
Minecraft
do a
looks
Ribola.
and
What's a
feels
Ribola?
is a bad reason to enjoy it.
Yeah, okay. I think I agree with everything he says. I'm just like, at the end of the day, there's a video I watched that was talking about that said this about Skyrim, and I think it applies to Minecraft too. It doesn't matter how you change it. Doesn't matter how it's changed or fixed or improved or modified. At the end of the day, if you don't enjoy Minecraft, you don't enjoy Minecraft. And I think for me, fundamentally, at its core, Minecraft is not a game I'm crazy about. It's kind of bored, honestly.
So, those are my 5 reasons why. There are others, of course, but these are the main ones.
Oh,
and
neat.
I just
What's
wanted to make a
BTA?
short video
Big time
about it since I get
ass.
asked all the time. But I have a question for you guys. Why do you play old Minecraft?
I don't.
Or why don't you play it? Leave your answer.
Because it's Minecraft. It's like asking someone why don't they travel across the country to get a cheeseburger. It's like, it's the most basic. I'm sorry, Minecraft is so basic and boring and dull to me. Putting in any amount of effort whatsoever strikes me as ultimately meaningless, because at the end of the day, it's just Minecraft. Better Than Adventure. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just Minecraft, man. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's like, you guys know me. I get into some dry ass, boring ass games. You know what I enjoy, and my interests are far broader than most people's. Minecraft is genuinely a game that bores the shit out of me. I will find myself just AFKing because I literally don't know what to do and can't think of what I'd want to do. And it's like, there's just this artificial feeling to the world. It's very unimmersive. It's very much not what I'm into. I like to have a focus. I like to have a goal. And the world is so static that it's just like, I don't know. It's all of it just feels very unfinished. It feels like you could build a really cool RPG on top of all of this, or do actual world simulation where the world actually grows and changes over time. But Minecraft has been and will continue to be a very static game that I'm just not crazy about. It feels like the start of something wonderful that never happened. You know? Like, it feels like GTA 3. but we never got San Andreas or Vice City.
Empires. Human collectivization at its most powerful. Many empires have... Man, get this text off of my face! Many empires have risen and Get rid of the flowers, too! Many empires have risen and fallen on the face of this earth like changing seasons. And it's pretty important to, like, remember them, right? I don't need to explain why. You should know. And in this video, I'm gonna be ranking the top 10 best empires of all time. Yeah? You history motherfuckers are gonna like this one. I just want to tell you guys, this is all my opinion, so don't get like too mad, even when I'm being right. Number 10, the Mongol Empire.
I don't know, Obi. He's a person.
Yeah, it was alright.
Daedra are like
It was big,
gods.
I guess. For a bunch of Asian guys. Number 9, Klein Venedig. Empire of Augsburg, 1528 to 1546. Now, listen. The city of Augsburg inherited like a bunch of land in Venezuela and Colombia back when like the King of Spain was broke at the time. And so the Germans used this as a launching pad to try and find the city of El Dorado. They never found it, obviously.
Damn.
And everyone they sent either died of tropical diseases or were killed by the natives.
I gotta say this. Like, El Dorado, if they had found it, wouldn't that have like severely driven down the value of gold? Like, if they found the city made of gold, wouldn't that have like really dragged down the value of gold, like, worldwide? because it wouldn't be as rare, and all this new gold would go into circulation.
Just a disaster that lasted for 20 years, and eventually Spain just took back control.
Would cause massive inflation, wouldn't it?
Number 8, the first
No.
empire of Haiti. Slave revolt, man. That's an insane origin story.
Hell yeah.
Shame about the rest, but
Oh.
also notably, the
2
Constitution banned
years.
white people,
Oh no.
except for Germans and Poles. But that kind of goes without saying. It was too tough. They killed him for that They killed him. Emperor Jacques, they killed him, bro. Number 7.
Damn.
The Maltese Empire. Dude, look at this This map is f***ing hilarious. They held on to Tripoli for like 21 years, which is actually kind of impressive, because they took that from the f***ing Ottomans, dude. They also held a few islands in the Caribbean, but sold that all to France when they got broke. Lol. Number 6. Courland and Semigalia. Man, people were just doing anything back then, bro. These Latvians, who like clearly had a lot of other things to worry about, with Poland and Russia breathing down their necks, decided, you know what? We need some more territory, but not like from our neighbors who have our people living within their
I hate
lands.
the fucking mask,
Let's
man.
get these 4 towns in Africa. These 4 towns in Africa will do, bro. Oh, and throw in Trinidad. Why not?
Woo, Trinidad!
Why did they do that?
They're getting what they can.
10 years, anyway. Number 5. And you know I had to put Napoleon on the list, bro. Number 5 is the Empire of Elba. Why? Dude, they had Napoleon, right? After all the Napoleonic War bullshit. He terrorized Europe for like decades. They got him. And for some reason, they gave him like a pity island? Is that a form of humiliation? Because they still made him emperor. They still gave him a place to like control. Dude, they could have just killed him, right?
Pity Island. Good lord.
That was an empire? They called it an empire. It's on the list. Hold on, guys. I gotta pay my bills, and it's sponsor time. This video is sponsored by Ebony Life TV brings to you Desperate Housewives Africa. And number 4, the second empire of Haiti. They didn't have any white people anymore, so they did the next best thing and started killing mulattoes.
Oh no!
Okay. Standing on business, I see. 3 times they tried to conquer the Dominican Republic.
You be the Desperate House,
3
Obi?
times their army failed. Because the Haitian soldiers, they didn't give a shit, right? They kept running away.
Oh.
Because they didn't care about conquering the Dominican
You be the
Republic.
house.
Number 3, the Gaza Empire. This is in Mozambique.
Obi House.
Number 3, the Central African Republic. Don't laugh. Don't smile. This one isn't funny, actually. This one's really bad. Don't laugh at this. On December 4th, 1976, Jean Bedel Bokassa declared himself Emperor of Central Africa, inspired by Napoleon, of course. He spent one third of the country's budget on his coronation. 12 billion francs, dude. And everyone was like, what the hell are you doing, dude? You're Central Africa. You needed that money. And he justified it by saying, oh, you know, creating a monarchy and spending this lavish coronation is going to put Central Africa on the map. But anyway, that was short-lived because in 1979, a number of high school students were arrested after they protested against wearing their expensive government-required uniforms, and the government killed like 100 of them for it. The
Jesus.
emperor himself was participating in these killings. He was beating with his cane.
Wow.
Don't laugh.
What
dude,
the
what
fuck?
the hell are you doing? I see you fucking smirking on the screen. The French saw this and was like, alright, fun's over. And,
They ended him.
country? What the f***, dude?
Yep.
They keep doing that shit over there. Number 2. The Belgian Empire.
The
I don't know much
Belgiumians.
about this empire, bro. But I love seeing the little guy win. I love an underdog story. Man, ain't that impressive that that little nation conquered that much land? Heartwarming. And number 1. Alright, now hold on guys, I didn't finish this list actually.
Holy Roman Empire. That's a basic bitch answer.
Wait.
I hate the mask too. The mask is awful.
Yeah. The high titty.
The Hittites, okay.
I wish I was high on titties. Ha 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 ha. Be sure to catch Desperate Housewives of Africa on Ebony Life TV. Streaming,
Words
so easy. Oh, that was...
emailed me, bro.
Oh, that was something. Here we go. Alright, before we start this 10-minute movie, I'm gonna take a break. I'll see you guys here in a bit. I gotta pee real bad. See you soon. I'm back. Hello. Back to it, friends. Rally. Oh, like a race. Okay.
Raising concerns of a potential escalation at the front. Both borders remain on high alert, implementing lockdown measures.
Lockdown measures.
As desperate migrants seek to flee the region. In a shocking development, prominent figure Ricardo Alvera was abducted earlier this week, leaving relations in the region strained and hopes for his safe return dwindling.
Who dat? Shit, okay. Hit him again! Steal his pants! Oh, are you familiar with it? Okay. I like the music. Whenever I see the word rally, though, I think of Rally Vincent from Gunsmith Cats. You know, I just realized I've had no coffee today. Probably explains why I'm so blue. Beyond this point?
Good. In 30. IR? On. Scanner? Active. Battery? On. Hub? Powered. Nodes on. Working. Good. To start, we got an R6 long to an R1, 30 to R3.
What is this thing? It's just a car, right?
In 10.
Thanks, Carter. I see. Snow.
100. 30, go cut. 50 over crest.
Oh shit, okay. They're doing a chorus. Yeah, he's got like instructions on his paper.
Slow down. We're here.
Hmm. Okay, some sort of base or compound.
All right. Nice and quiet.
It's Ground Zeroes. It's Camp Omega. No! Don't go in there. Don't collect the tapes at least. It's rough. Collect the tapes. And that was my favorite map for Metal Gear Online. I love the Camp Omega map and that. Super fun. It's radiation stinks. It's Radiator Springs. Oh no. It's an EMP. No! He got hit with the EMP. He got hit with the EMP lemon. It is fun. I gotta reinstall it sometime. Uh-huh.
Radio's not working either.
What the hell just cut the power?
I don't know.
Let's try the other unit, but I don't know where it's just...
No.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
What are you doing? Go!
Right. Sure, just one.
Yeah, you got. Oh, you lost your navigator. Jeez. So, like, are they trying to smuggle? Is that a border? Because, yeah, it looks like he's not going into a base. That was a border. So where's he trying to... They're trying to smuggle this guy. I'm guessing someone they kidnapped. This is really cool. It's okay, buddy. You got out of Camp Omega. You're gonna be okay. Oh, jeez. Did he get hit? Oh, they're just the drivers. Oh, they're part of the plan. Okay. They're not... They're just part of whatever's happening here. Well, I'm guessing they're like soldiers or mercenaries or something, right? Like, they don't seem like just your average criminal to me. How far is the 1999 video? I don't know, actually. Oh, soon. We'll definitely hit it by the end of the stream. Oh my god, that's all of that? Oh, hold on. Did he give him the briefcase? Okay, give him a bag of money. Okay. Yes, these guys are mercs. Or this one was a merc. Both of them were, but now he gets it, yeah. Oh, he's American too, okay. Or it's just American currency. Damn. That was really good. Super interesting. Like, I can't tell if this is in our world or if this is supposed to be in, like, another world. It could be in ours, yeah. Like, it's, could just be modern. So I was looking for anything that was, like, sci-fi, you know? But no, that was really good. Hell yeah. Good movie. Alright, how it feels to play Spy in TF2. Blue submitted this one. Uh-oh. The Spee. Oh, no, Mr. Spee, why? He looks so much better with the hat on. I love it.
Magnificent.
Yeah, that's about
That was
right.
a recreation of a clip I hold dear to my heart. It's just one kill, but it's so clear that I fooled 2 people in broad daylight with my disguise. People often say that spies' disguises don't fool good players, but when they do, ooh. See, this video isn't about balance. This video is about how it feels to play spy. Let me say first that almost all of these clips are from competitive lobbies with experienced players. Everyone in these clips knows how spy works, but that doesn't stop me from fooling them. I should also say that I'm not the best spy. Sometimes I just die? But that's not the point. Why do people play spy?
Because it's fun.
If you ask me, it's because you get to feel like a sneaky motherfucker. Nothing compares to the
Yeah.
feeling of hiding in plain sight. Here, I'm
The most fun I've ever had in TF2 has been playing Spy, but he's difficult enough to play that I don't usually play as him.
In this next clip, I pass up a free backstab on the enemy sniper. The engineer and medic see that I could have killed Sniper if I was a spy, which completely clears me of suspicion. I then go on to backstab the medic while he's healing me, which honestly might be one of the best feelings in TF2. Yeah, see, after you backstab, you tend to be in a lot of trouble.
So what do? First, you say no.
No.
Then you get out of there.
But really, it's hard to articulate the excitement and mind games of escaping invisibly. There's a visceral feeling of being chased and vulnerable which you can't really feel without playing the game. Actually, it's pretty interesting to me that Spy goes from this menacing, ooh, when's he gonna show up, feeling to this, okay, this is fine, everything's alright here. Okay, alright, let's go, get out of here, buddy, okay, it's time to go somewhere else. Alright, that's my time to shine.
Get out!
This soldier has no idea where I went. Oh yeah, spy chick over there, I'm sure you'll find me. What an idiot. Being invisible certainly doesn't make you invincible, and sometimes it requires perfect movement to get out of situations. Spies almost always just completely dead upon being found out, but there's something special about killing someone who's actively looking for you.
Oh, run! No, you.
Here's a quick tip. You see this spot? There's something special about this architecture. As a spy, if you can find a slightly elevated platform, hide next to it. Don't believe me? Watch these clips. Alright, in this clip, it's painfully obvious that I'm a spy, but it takes this medic a second to figure it out. I try to escape, but then this guy This guy, I'm disguised as this guy. How did he manage to get ahead of me? No matter how many times I watch it, I just can't understand how he materializes in front of me. But I digress. This medic starts owning me, so I make my getaway. I find my little spot, and he proceeds to check almost every inch of space around me, except where I actually am. It's almost as if there's something in his brain preventing him from checking this one little spot. This square foot of space.
You like Pyro?
I get into a little trouble here,
Pyro's
and
fun.
boom, I'm gone. Never to be seen again. Here, I pick the demo, and then I take my opportunity to gun down the medic. I should be dead as dirt, but this spot just never lets me down. But wait, do you notice something about how the engineer walks right by me? Isn't it a little too convenient that he walks right outside of my hiding spot? See, I have this theory that if you don't have enough hours on Spy, architecture like this appears extended to the point that you can't find someone who hides in it.
This is stupid.
Alright, look, what do you do against Spy? He can kill you with one backstab, he can go invisible to get away. Is there any counter to this insta-killing?
Yeah, you shoot him and he dies.
As long as I have my back against this here wall, you can't kill me, you snake.
He's right. There is literally no way for a Spy to kill someone who has their back against a wall. Spy is just a walking gimmick. Completely nullified. That's why Spy can headshot people. Characters that rely on headshots often attract players who think they're better than everyone else. And when you pick Spy,
I am the Spy.
You're basically announcing to the entire server that you think you're smarter than everyone else. So when you combine that with the ability to headshot, you create a mass of pretension so dense that it can cause a singularity.
Excellent.
Bazinga. Anyone who's played any kind of support class, whether it's a healer or something specialized like the Spy, knows how good it feels to punish an overconfident combat class that assumes you're defenseless. The Ambassador is perfect for this and can cause some really embarrassing deaths. No! God! I really hope they avoid the nerfs on this gun because it felt pretty balanced to me.
No! God, please, no! No!
No!
The Spy can backstab you. He can escape invisibly. He can headshot you. Is there any way to stop this monster?
Yeah, shoot him.
There is one way, but you might not be happy to hear it.
Hey! Spy! Oh, please, just...
That's right. In order to balance the Spy's powerful abilities, Valve programmed a never-before-seen voice chat system into Team Fortress 2.
The flower Columbine. Oh.
Voice chat and say,
Yeah, no, I don't get it. What's flower Columbine?
The enemy Spy will mysteriously die within the next 5 seconds, and no one knows why.
How could this happen to me?
Now, I know. People don't communicate in pubs.
I literally can't.
There's another trick you may have heard of.
May I make a suggestion? Run.
No! You!
Just turn around. Good players are always looking for something to do. When they're not in combat, their priorities look something like don't get backstabbed, don't get headshot. When the fighting starts, though, it looks more like shoot gun, dodge bullets, say thanks after every kill.
Thank you!
And this is Spy's time to strike. In this clip, the
Oh, is there?
team sent their medic, heavy, and demo to
I didn't know
take
that.
control of Bathhouse. There's no way I'd be able to take him out on my own. But my soldier, who isn't even really a threat to the enemy combo, provides the slightest distraction, which is enough for me to make a play. Spy heavily relies on his team to make distractions, making him more of a team player than most people realize. In this 6v6 match, I literally asked my team to do a fake push to make a lot of noise, which, again, proves to be just enough of a distraction for me to make something happen. Sometimes, he can't kill people no matter how distracted they are. He can't keep up with mobile classes.
Damn.
Wicked! I am such a bad class.
And he has no way to close the gap.
Please, medic, please! Damn you!
And because of how specific his role is, sometimes the entire fight just happens without him.
So, your deadly skill is jogging? Mine is murdering people. What? But I am the Spy.
That's usually what happens to me. I'll be like trying to do something, but I can't do nothing.
Spy is about those
Special moments, yeah.
Those moments where you're breathing down the opponent's necks, and before you even uncloak, you're imagining yourself backstabbing everyone in sight.
Today, I am a god. Yes! Yes! Yeah!
Funnily enough, I actually learned about that hiding spot from the legendary Stabby Stabby. I then used this knowledge against him by catching him in the same spot. Suck on that, Stabby! Turns out that having a legendary YouTube channel with helpful advice, exciting gameplay, and good editing was a suboptimal play. There's nothing sneaky about being a great guy and sharing your knowledge with everyone! Spy is so nostalgic for me. Watching great spies like Stabby inspired me and many others to spend entire days just pubbing as Spy. When I think about all the times I backstabbed someone that barely knew how to play, or all the times I truly pulled the pants off of someone, I can't help but smile. Spy is just so unique. The fact
actually
that
doing
in a
something,
first-person shooter,
right?
I can pretend to be an enemy, and then this guy thinks he's found me out, but I found out that he's found me out, and he hasn't found out that I found him out, and I found out by googling how to trick stab that I can just sidestep and kill him is pretty special. And having true invisibility lets you get into all sorts of ridiculous how am I gonna get out of this one moments. And don't get me started on how important Spy is to the humor of the game.
It's raining men. Hallelujah.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that without the Spy, TF2 just wouldn't be the same.
To be honest, this actually might make me. This has actually made me want to play Spy a bit more.
To update you guys and say that
Lazy Purple's great. Love his channel. Yeah, that was awesome.
Which is great. Thanks so much for all the.
That was a good video. That was great. How long is this video? It's over. Now we're gonna watch Goku teach us about traffic safety. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, this isn't creepy. This isn't a secret Dragon Ball analog horror. Do-do-do-do-do. Goku's transportation plan. Let's hear it. Okay. Like, Goku's afraid of cars, and he attacks them on sight, so I'm curious to hear what this is going to be. Ah, it's the Tigerman. Hey, I'm going through, so get out of the way. You crossed first, so it's fine. Get out of the way. You were the one who crossed later. Okay. I can't read this. I tried. Nah. Huh? Yeah, most of the show is this, by the way. Like, it's not. I've started watching Dragon Ball, and yeah, it's mostly comedy. Pretty good. Thumbs up. Bowman's calling him. Thank you. Old bastard's a creep. Yeah. You mean Roshi? Yeah, 100%. That motherfucker destroyed the moon. Oh, in the city. Yeah, animal people are just around. I don't know how to feel about it. Hey, oh wow, whoa, that's weird. I guess that's what he looks like later in Dragon Ball, huh? Yeah, because that's like his Z design. Kuriri. Is this after the time skip? Pluma. Man, these subtitles are trying. Good lord. I also like Master Roshi. He's great. He makes me very uncomfortable at times, but he usually always gets his comeuppance. Oh, did it? Cool. I like Roshi. So yeah, is this like post time skip Krillin? Cause like he looks like a little Eggman. Looks like a little egg boy. Oh, not the car. Oh. God damn it, Roshi. Motherfucker, there was an accident. You can't turn it off for 5 seconds? Or is that launch? No, it can't be launch. Well, Oolong's still around. Roshi! 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 Certain characters just never showed up again, like Launch. Lunch, yeah. Is it lunch or launch? Lunch. Okay. They changed it to dub. They changed it to launch in the dub, apparently. Launch. I'm actually really excited for Vegeta. He's my favorite. He was my favorite character as a kid. Vegeta and Piccolo are my favorites, so I'm actually interested. I'm actually super excited to get to Z. I'm not gonna rush it though. Right now, Goku's fighting the Red Ribbon Army, and that's been really fun. Capsule Corp. Oolong! I love Oolong's voice. I love how he sounds like somebody from fucking, like, Brooklyn. Oh yeah, this is post-time skip. Yeah, Bulma looks way too old. Yeah, this has gotta be post-time skip. Because that's like almost her Z design. I like Poir. Poir's just... It's great to have a cute little animal character who's just fully innocent and not, like, secretly a pervert or something in an anime. Like, I also really like Oolong, but for different reasons. Most of the characters are really, really great. Okay, yeah, why is it Kid Goku, though? Huh, okay. I guess I'll have to keep watching. I'm guessing this is, like, for a specific part of the show I haven't got to yet. Because, like, Krillin looks older. Goku looks the same. Bulma looks older. But, like, Roshi's pretty much looks the same the whole time. It's like a whole episode. Yeah, goddamn. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, shit, it's that girl from, Russia, or wherever he was. In my head, it's Siberia, because, like, the general has a Russian accent. So, it's that girl he saved. Sans age weird? Yeah? Don't Frogger this shit, you're not gonna survive, girl. I heard, like, I know that was one of the goals with GT, is when GT came out, they wanted to kind of move away from the fight sci-fi format and move back to the old fantasy adventures from Dragon Ball, you know? And I know Daima is doing that as well, so I'm looking forward to Daima and GT, but no, I'm kind of just open to whatever comes my way, to be honest. I plan on watching all of it. Ball, then Z, then GT, then Kai, then Super, then Daima. Hey, Blue, you just missed how it feels to play Spy. It was fucking fantastic. Can you send in the next one? We have met Sinless Steve. Yes, that video was great. Weird Al Jesus. Oh, damn. Yeah, that was a fantastic video. I loved it. The bear family! They look both ways before they cross the street. This is a Dragon Ball educational short about road safety for kids, apparently. By the way, like, Japan must have very different standards for what's considered to be child appropriate, because Dragon Ball is so, like, its humor is so raunchy and, like, adult-oriented compared to Z. Like, Z is more violent, but, like, a lot more violent, but it's not as adult with its humor. Are you gonna have a VOD? Yes. Absolutely. Yamcha, you look great, dude. I like Yamcha with long hair, though. Looks cooler that way. Perfect. Oh yeah, I'm also looking forward to Cell. Just really all of them. Yeah, just casual nudity. For everybody in Dragon Ball. I mean, that's just old anime, you know? Yay! Nacho Man? But yeah, no, I really liked Dragon Ball so far. He's fighting the Red Ribbon Army right now. The lady's hair looks like scrambled eggs. To me. Yes. There's been several like cases of like interviews with different okay, my favorite story that explains like America's weird ass censorship policies. Matt and Trey Parker made South Park, the South Park movie, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. And the whole goal of it is they wanted to do all the stuff they couldn't get away with on television in one South Park movie. The whole point of the movie is to be as crass and gross as possible. And they filled the whole thing up with as much grimy shit as they possibly could. They sent it off to the censors. The censors sent it off to the people who, rate movies. The right people who rate movies sent it back and went, "Hey, if you can cover up these dicks with if you can cover up these titties with some blood, like if you can cover up this nudity with some violence, we'll give you a PG-13 rating." Because it's a cartoon, so it doesn't get rated as strongly. So if they were willing to make the movie more violent and less sexual, they could have gotten that movie down to a PG-13 rating. Now, I don't know if you've seen that movie. It's fucking intense, man. Oh, man. Yeah, America's, like, weird censorship policies are strange. Like, yeah, it's okay for a kid to see a murder on television. Can't let them see titties, though. Or fine, but nudity, no. The movie's great, by the way. I strongly recommend it. The halal, by the way. Thumbs up, I guess? Blood better than titties, I guess. Cover those titties with some blood. Don't scare the children with boobs. Even though they're for children to begin with. Anyway. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too much. It's only slightly existentially terrifying. Ah, it's Crocodile Steve. Oh, shit! What the fuck was his name? Nam. It's Nam. I must save my family. I don't know why, but I find Nam to be really funny. I don't know if you guys remember this guy specifically. He fought in the tournament, and like Roshi talks to him, and he has the most valid reason, most valid reason for competing compared to everybody else. Like everyone else there is just for glory or money. He's trying to get money to save his village, which is just like going through a drought, you know? And okay, every single time he's on screen, he reminds the viewer, I must save my family. It's at first I'm like, aw, he wants to save his family, but after the 11th or 12th time, it's like I must save my family. Just specifically the voice they give him too is like Apu from The Simpsons. It's really funny. Like, I'm sure if a car hit Goku, the car would get destroyed. At least this Goku. Cover the tits with the severed heads of Nazis. That one NPC. You find the Indian accent funny? Yes, I do. But specifically his Indian accent, not Indian accents in general. I must save my family. Like, hold on, let me see if I can actually get you, show you some stuff with Nam real quick. Ah, crap, crap, not that. Dragon Ball Nam.
That was a great match you fought. Aren't you going to hang around and watch the final match?
Add the sad music.
But I have some problems that I need to address.
Here, catch.
His voice is really funny.
Dino cup, isn't it?
Yes, you can fit vast quantities of anything you want in that capsule. A man could even transport a small reservoir of water single-handedly with that capsule.
How did you know I'm in great need of water?
Come with me, I have something to show you. Notice anything unusual about that?
I love the music, like, I felt for him and I was happy he got the water for his people, but he said, I need to save my family so many times that I just couldn't take it seriously after a certain point.
Right, you see, in this region, water's not scarce, it's abundant. You can take all you want.
Yeah, water's free.
We breathe.
What? It's
the music.
Don't worry, all is lost. Not yet. I did get water.
That was a great match.
What do the comments say? I want to read some of these comments. Nam was such a respectful person. He fought for his villagers. Remember, work hard, study well. Okay, some people are taking this shit really seriously. I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I think it is very feel good. Absolutely. OB, yeah, I think it's just because it's what we're used to. It's like Pokemon, you know. Like, I don't know. I couldn't tell you why I prefer the dub to the sub, other than it's what I'm used to, and it's not a terrible dub either. Like, it's weird hearing Dragon Ball characters. It's to the point where if I hear the characters in Japanese, it's weird for me. Hey, it's your family. Goku, stop the car. Goku, stop the car. Goku, stop the car. Power pole extend, yeah. Isekai! Yep. This poor lady. Yeah, yeah. Son Goku. Son Wukong. Hell yeah. It's funny, like, how like Dragon Ball Z has all these complicated forms and everything, and like key levels and stuff, and Goku's power level in Dragon Ball is decided, did he eat recently? If he ate recently, you have no chance. He's undefeatable. Did he eat recently, and is the moon out? Yeah, I thought it was going to turn into Dragon Ball Analog Horror. I also like that Goku isn't like weirdly roided out like Gohan gets after he gets training from Piccolo. I like that he's super strong and still looks like a kid, and isn't like Gohan where he's like a tiny bodybuilder man. Yeah, I wish I could become a monkey too. It'd be great. I have great envy over Goku's monkeyness. Well, why are they hate criming Goku now? Is it because he's a monkey? No, he doesn't do steroids. Piccolo just throws rocks at him. Piccolo had to take a shortcut by throwing rocks at him. Can you do a video where you throw rocks at Gohan? Oh, right. Oh yeah, the version I'm watching doesn't have the opening. Da 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 Oh yeah, the Nimbus got hit with a rocket launcher. Yeah, Yajirobe. It's a really cool world. It's reminds me a lot of One Piece and Hunter x Hunter, where they're just like, the world's big, let's just put whatever in it. Like Hunter x Hunter especially. Was the rocket purified? No, I believe it was shot by a soldier. Like a murderer who's trying to kill a child, yeah. I want to see Dragon Ball characters, or Z characters. It's magical. Shoot it down. Like, I want to see... Oh, dude, I would love a perfect Cell creepypasta. That sounds fucking awesome. No, I'd love to see characters like Cell or Beerus or Frieza even in like the style of Dragon Ball. Like specifically, like what if Goku encountered Frieza on Earth? You know, shoot it down. It's a magical cloud that's flying through the sky. It's a magical. Shoot it down. I just got it. Yeah, took me a second. Creepypasta. Berman en Berman mean compilati.
Buurman en buurman bouwen een iglo. Verrekt, dat is mijn vertrouwde buurman. Ah, die buurman, wat wil je me vertellen? Buurman, kom eens naar buiten. Tja, buur, krijg lekker de tyfus. Wat moet je, buur? Kom nou gewoon even naar buiten.
Nee.
Kutzooi.
Kom nu naar buiten, of ik stuur je naar de graafplaats.
Is this Postman Pat?
Buurman, hou je bek gewoon.
Matt and Pat, they're friends who play together.
Oh, nee, toch. Het weer wordt toch niet nog slechter.
Oh, is this actually called Matt and Pat?
Wat een tyfuszooi.
Goedemorgen.
Gaat die Mogol nou met een schep alles weggraven? Laten we de iglo bouwen.
Autist. Ik ben inmiddels 7.
Autist?
Ik heb wel betere dingen te doen. Gaat uw gang.
Ik heb hier toch helemaal geen zin in.
Snap ik als je daar alleen staat te graven, man, autist. What the fuck is jouw probleem?
Ik probeer hier een schip te bouwen, man.
What the fuck is jouw probleem?
Eens kijken naar de handleiding.
Nee, wacht.
No!
Vieze vuile natte opgewonden ijsbeerknuffel.
Ik ga even een biertje halen. Ik ben zo terug.
The neighbors.
Waar ben je mee bezig? Ja, buur, wat dacht je ervan?
Hot like a parked car. I sound weird like neighbor with a hard R. Lekker graven.
Naar beneden. Hou me goed vast.
Wat een daapstaaf.
What the fuck?
Wat een downie.
Hey buurman, hoe is het?
Buurman.
Wat is dit ding zwaar? Kan je even helpen, buur? Oh nee, ik ga achteruit dieven.
Buurman, wat ben je ook een daapstaaf, hè? Kijk eens.
Ja, en nu kom ik nog niet vooruit.
Dan doe ik toch lekker mee.
Yeah.
Hoppa, kijk eens. Hoe kan je zo een lelijke cactus uit...
I'm more just enjoying, I'll be honest, I'm just enjoying the stimulation. I'm enjoying the funny sounds and images. And also just the stop motion, it looks nice. I like the way it looks.
Hier, hopla!
Auw, ik zit vast, buur.
Buur, help!
Sorry, het spijt me. Ah, jij vieze mof. Hoezo laat je mij daar? Ik zeg je een ding. Dit ding gaan we terugbrengen naar de winkel.
Damn, it feels good to be
Comprehend it?
Yeah, it's like watching Pingu, or Bob the Builder. Or Build the Bobber.
Tyfus, dat ding komt terug.
Potato stil.
Dit is echt een camera, ouwe. Voor de buur.
I love stop motion, it's peak art.
Buurman springt van een gebouw. Maat, wat is dit voor camera?
Deze had ik besteld op Temu, man. Zullen we hem testen?
Ooh, that'd be a good movie night. Just pick up like 3 of the best stop motion movies. I know the exact ones I'd pick too. I'd probably nope. I know the exact ones I'd pick. It would be Fantastic Mr. Fox, Kubo and the Two Strings, and then the new Pinocchio, the Guillermo del Toro version. Kubo's fucking awesome. We already watched Coraline.
Wacht even, wat hoor ik?
Ja, buur, weet ik veel.
Beef met Wespen means. I love the random English. It's great.
Sla hem neer of zo. Daar zijn we even mooi vanaf.
We're actually pretty far into the list now. Oh yeah, we are. We're most of the way through the list. So, and we might finish this tonight. If we finish the whole list tonight, what I'll probably do is next week we're gonna do a special stream where I watch a specific series. I actually know which one I'm picking out to. It'll probably be the dinosaur appreciation stream, and we'll watch this really cool dinosaur documentary series I watched a bit of on stream already, and that'll give us a couple weeks to kind of build up videos.
Kijk eens. Kom we cheffen die beesten naar broer.
Beesten naar broer. Does it upset you guys that I'm trying to emulate this language? I just find it funny. That's the one where the dinosaurs poo, yes. But I'm sure it's not all that.
Wauw, zieke vermomming, gast. Daarmee jaag je die beesten vast weg.
Hat boxes. Busy. Thank you. It seems Swedish, so I hate it anyway. Oh, the advertising part too? Oh god, it's all parts. This is the life we're living. They got their clan hoods on. Oh, they're beekeeper hoods. Okay.
Obi Brasses für Deutschland, Deutschland über alles.
Alice.
Dit is echt een camera, ouwe. Wakker worden, buur.
Wait, it's just playing the same video again, isn't it? No.
Buurman springt van een gebouw. Maat, wat is dit voor camera?
Deze had ik besteld op Temu.
I'm breaking down. Gold, I want more.
Alsof ik in de middeleeuwen zit.
My two funny moments in this video. I'm dying laughing. I can't believe I have to tell you, but this one is the funniest videos I've watched. The moment I broke down from laughing all that time, I immediately subscribed and can't stop watching it. I'm laughing incredible. How did I end up here? Haha, what the fuck? Ha 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 ha. Fucking funny, this. This is really too funny. We always watch this at school and we're allowed to listen to music. What is the name of the song, if I may ask? What a moron he is, too. What a mohole it is. I thought the camera was from Shien, not from Temu. Everything is so funny except the autism jokes. El Bozo. I can't get to really great anymore. More haha. I'm rolling on the floor just like the tank commander who shot down Flotter's house in that movie. Yes, neighbor, get the delicious Tifus. Oh my goodness. Oh jeez.
Eigen schuld, pannenkoek. Heb je dit ding gehaald?
I think we've had our fill of Postman Pat. Let's watch this video about 1999. Let's make sure Fox is here first, though, because he requested it. He's a little chocolate robot. Fox, are you here? Fox. Fox. Yeah, everybody, go get Fox. Yo, dox. No, don't dox Fox. Just better dox Fox. That's the name of. Oh, I sobered up. Cool.
When you think of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, what images do you think of? Each had a very distinct style of what the culture was like, with very specific fashion, TV shows, music, design, and everything else. But after 1999, that all stopped. You could look at a TV show from 2005 or 2025, and how the people act and dress and design their spaces pretty much stayed the same. At least, that's the strange, thought-provoking theory people are starting to talk about. And I can tell you, I was there. The 80s and
Robot
the
and
90s
Man?
were so distinctly different from each other, and we could see looking back at how different each decade was
Match.
from the 50s
That's a good
through
show.
the 90s. We were fully aware. That's why Back to the Future was such a fantastic movie. The nostalgia from the 50s was palpable.
It's alright. It's an alright film.
But the questions I keep
He looks like a robot, yeah.
Why have the decades since 2000 seemed relatively the same? Are we stuck in a time warp? Has culture ground to a halt on purpose? I decided
It's
to
the
collect all
Matrix.
evidence I could find of this bizarre Matrix style.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the first thing that always comes to mind.
What's actually going on? Is it just a pile of technological and social issues creating this?
Yes.
Or is there evidence of other theories? Let's go through all of them. Join me, investigative researcher.
I agree, Ghost. Wait, no, I thought you said we should not end the world. Oh no, but I've already agreed to it. I can't back out now.
You believe it's the year 1999.
You asked me to point to the fire pit. I did.
2199. I can't tell you exactly what year it is.
Matrix, my beloved.
I can't tell you what year it is either. And if you think about it, we're sort of existing in the Matrix time warp concept now. And it gets even weirder if you start looking at people's appearances. Now, I know what you're gonna say. How could things be the same in all the years since 2000? Look at all
He looks like he's a fucking villain from a cartoon who's reformed and turned his life around.
the massive advancements in computers and technology. I mean, sure, I get it. It's not that nothing has changed. We're talking about cultural distinctions between our decades. But the craziest of all for me of this
World is
Matrix
mine.
time
Sekaide.
was one example I saw on social media. If you watch The Office, which I do, and it's consistently ranked as one of the most popular shows of all time, all of what they're wearing and how their hair is styled and everything looks just like today. You could not guess the year any episode was filmed if you didn't already know, because it literally could be any year beginning with a 2.
They're the same picture.
The Office actually ran from 2005 to 2013.
God damn.
So it should be decades out of date. But teenagers today...
Oh, he has a DeLorean.
Hair in season 1. They have a fluffy mop or semi-perm of broccoli hair now.
Yeah, the shit on top of my head cut.
Comeback of 90s hair. Where did the distinct decade styles go? Fashion seems to be stuck in this limbo land.
I'm actually not familiar with that internet theory.
Coming onto the scene, and
Oh, fuck you.
duplicates or copies of the past are coming forward.
It's nostalgia.
All these decade styles, they were so distinct. Greasy Elvis and James Dean hair came from men in the 50s, and Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn.
So what I find interesting is sometimes these styles are repeated, and also they can happen in other countries. So like, if I see that hairstyle on an American, I think 50s. If I see it on a Japanese person, I think 80s. You know, it depends on where you are in the world as well. The broccoli cut. I call it the shithead cut because it looks like someone shat on your head. But
Think of Happy Days outfits. 60s had hippies and bright colors. 70s got long hair, colorful plaids, patchwork, and polyester. I mean, who wouldn't want to wear avocado, puke green, and burnt orange knitted ponchos every day?
earth tones. We're wearing earth tones.
I sure do. The 80s brought us the sportswear, shoulder pads, big hair, punk, and fluorescent colors. The 90s was baggy, grunge, flannel, casual jeans and t-shirts, mini skirts, hoodies, and khakis with hair and center parts and curtains. That was wild. And that's where we ended the 20th century, right? But this is also where things got strange. The 2000s never really found itself.
So I'm going to actually put out a theory here. The main thing we have is we've gotten better at a couple of things: communicating with each other and archiving the past. And because of that, nostalgia has really lived on. So there's a lot of attempts to recreate styles from the past. But also, since we're able to know more, we don't have like a solid monolith of cultural influence that we all rely on, you know? So like movies, TV, like we all watch, back in the 90s and the 80s and the 70s and the 60s, we all watched the same fucking TV shows. We listened to the same music on the radio. We read the same kind of fucking magazines. And so whatever was the popular style that was pushed by pop culture was the style that caught on. Typically you had the style, and then you had the countercultural style that was usually at the same time and in the exact same way very universal, because well, I mean, even if you're running a pirate radio station, you got to run a popular pirate radio station. You got to have popular groups to get people into them so that you can get your message around. And so what would happen is that people would gather around these monoliths of culture, which would then influence them. Whereas on the internet now, and specifically with the start of the 2000s, with the birth of the internet, we created a lot less. Culture kind of died, and we got subcultures instead, where people were free to pursue the now archived images of the past, and they wouldn't be so heavily influenced by a single monolithic culture. They would be able to decide which subcultures they wish to engage with to influence their clothing and their outfits. And same thing goes for like people who make technology. People who invent technology or movies or games or whatever could decide what subcultures they wish to engage with. Yeah, but even like clothing trends are usually reflective of the past, or they are reflective of some smaller subculture, you know? Some idea of how you need to dress or how you should behave or act, something that influences you from outside of yourself. Even myself, like I wear like band t-shirts and video game t-shirts and anime t-shirts because those are the, like specifically anime and gaming is like the subculture I choose to identify myself with and engage with and be influenced by. Anyway, just that's my theory, is that everything's so decentralized now that people are able to more easily pick and choose, in which it creates this mess where there's no strong identity for the decades we've lived in, aside from, you know, the same old monolithic shit, you know?
It was just a mashup of every style from past decades. Both wide and skinny jeans, sportswear, tight clothes, baggy clothes, hair of every length. I mean,
right.
Just go into the mall today and you won't find one decade's fashion.
You'll go to the mall today and you'll see Zendaya and Kendrick Lamar.
You'll see them all.
They're all there.
Post 1999 for 25 years. But it's not just fashion, of course. That's just the most obvious because we look at people all the time. Have you noticed that Hollywood doesn't seem to be able to produce a unique script anymore? At least not for our movies. All our movies seem to be...
You didn't see Skinamarink. I wouldn't... So this is another thing. Again, it's the nostalgia boner. It's like, we have tons of unique movies. Like, we have tons of amazing, awesome, unique films. We even have unique remakes. I watched the fucking Nosferatu remake a couple weeks ago. Fucking amazing. There's nothing else like it. It is so awesome and unique. Problem is, what is unique is not what is popular. Sure, I enjoy weird-ass A24 horror movies that do weird-ass things. You know, I enjoy things like Hereditary, Midsommar, Robert Eggers movies as a whole. Things like Everything Everywhere All at Once is one of the most unique concepts for a movie that's ever existed. The problem is, the mass audience doesn't. They're going to keep eating the same slop and watching the same movies over and over again, you know? So the answer to this question has always been, you're not looking hard enough, you're not working hard enough for the things you love and enjoy. Yeah. I don't trust this AI lad. I mean, I almost called you Moth. Blue, you can't really blame them for that, because unless you're, like, the sad thing about that, Blue, is that unless your family's wealthy enough, or unless you're personally wealthy enough, you're going to be working a back-breaking manual labor job that you hate for the rest of your life. And you may not even want your rich person job, you know? Like, you may not want the job. So in that case, you get a situation where, like, with me, where I'm pursuing content creation as an alternative to a minimum wage job, because I just don't want to do that shit, and I want to follow my dream. And I can't really fault people for trying to get on that grind with social media and follow their dreams, you know?
Be remakes of the past creative stuff that came out of the last century, and specifically...
I suppose so, Obi.
The late 70s.
No, I'm not blaming him. Yeah, that's fair.
Take a look at this list of remakes I curated from a much larger list on IMDb.
Oh yeah, remakes are bad.
RoboCop,
But that's because...
Break, Footloose, The Karate Kid, War of the Worlds, The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Okay, some of these are really good, though. Hold up.
Larger list on IMDb. Total
Shit.
Recall, RoboCop.
That one's alright.
Point
Never
Break,
seen it.
Footloose,
Never seen it.
Kid, War of the Worlds.
This one's actually really good. I like the remake of War of the Worlds.
The Day the Earth Stood
I like the old one better.
Still, Hairspray, Charlie and the Chocolate
No.
Factory, Cinderella, King Kong, Clash of the Titans, Carrie, Planet of the Apes, and I hardly...
Okay, well, the Planet of the Apes they're actually a series of prequels.
King Kong, Clash of the Titans, Carrie, Planet of the Apes, and I hardly brought up any of the horror movies they've remade.
Dawn of the Dead remake's really good.
Have people gotten lazy, or could something else be going on?
No, it's not because people are lazy. It's because, I mean, I don't even feel the need to explain this one. This one's super simple. Basically, corporations, they don't want to take risks. Rich people, investors don't want risks, and so they'll encourage what is a surefire, profitable investment over and over again. If that movie that came out 20 years ago did super duper well, and it already has an audience, let's put our money into that instead of this original idea that has a risk of failing. And people keep watching them, so it's been working.
In ancient Greek culture, they talked about muses. It was the muses who imparted to people their inspiration for creativity. All creativity came from them. When people had a creative block, they used to say that they'd lost touch with their muses, or that the muses had stopped taking...
I always liked that idea.
Muses were held in extremely high esteem. What, did the muses stop?
Oh, there's a really great Sandman story where a guy finds an old Greek muse and fucking locks it in his basement and basically keeps it prisoner so that he can keep making art. However, as the muse stays in his basement, it begins to like lose its energy and die. And so his art's getting worse and worse, and so his life is just like collapsing around him. It's a really good story.
Taking care of Could we somehow be unable to create original stories anymore? And if so, why? Speaking of movies, I was watching The Matrix recently, and something jumped out at me that I hadn't ever thought about before. Why did the AI program controlling The Matrix claim that 1999 was the peak of human civilization?
So there's two reasons. Reason number one is the movie was made in 1999 and released in 1999, and so The Matrix was supposed to be contemporary and a reflection of our current society. Can you pause the video? I'll be back. Onion, Supreme Master. Hey, dude, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying the video. But, like, the reason why they chose that era specifically is that it was apparently the peak of our civilization. It was the peak of... He's about to explain this. It was the peak of human civilization. The real reason, probably, though, is because they don't go any more in depth on that. I think that's just a line they give to explain why it's just modern day and not the future or the past. They tried to make a paradise, however, people would keep waking up from it.
The Matrix was redesigned to this, the peak of your civilization.
That sounds like a nightmare ghost.
1999 was the point when humans had just enough material benefits to strive for, and just enough misery to keep them occupied that they didn't question their reality. Well, when I looked at our own reality, I realized that he was kind of right. Now, no matter what examples we find, people are just going to try to explain this away, but honestly, there's just no fun in that. If we are stuck in this weird time loop, what could have caused it? Let's go into some theories. Nostradamus predicted that in the 7th month of
hell yeah, Quasimodo.
the great king of terror would descend on the world.
Lovely, like this motherfucker gets quoted forever, and he is such a bullshitter. He's so full of shit. Like, stop quoting this old dead motherfucker. Nostradamus is so full of bullshit.
Nostradamus said a lot of things.
He sure did.
I'm not really sure I buy the world ending is what he meant by that. But what is weird is that in late June of 1999, the comet Hale-Bopp was in the sky. Some theories suggest that the comet really hit the Earth back then.
Are you going to talk about Heaven's Gate?
But if that were the case, why are we all still here? It would have been devastating to the point of destroying all of civilization. It's said that when you die, your brain lives on for 7 minutes, replaying your memories or living out new ones in a dreamlike state. And in dreams, as we know, time moves differently from when we're awake. Many people who have had near-death experiences have explained...
Oh, I'm not trying to shit on the video. I'm just explaining it. Let me just say this. This is a decent video. I'm kind of... I don't want to be mean. I don't want to say... Roy Orbison! No, I'm not saying it's bad. It's a good video. I'm just talking to the video as if he's here. I'm giving my 2 cents. I'm giving my take. I don't think he's wrong. I think what he's doing is actually really cool. And he said it himself. He's doing this for fun. I think this is awesome. It's just, I'm thinking out loud. I do that with things. You should try and watch a new movie with me sometime that I haven't seen before. I am constantly asking questions and talking to the film. It is I'm worried that it's miserable for Vea, but she hasn't complained yet. He was asked to post it because I was interested in seeing it and watching it with you guys, and I'm really enjoying this. Oh, that's okay, Supreme. It's all right, man. Thank you for being here.
It's like to have their life flash before their eyes. So, what if we're living in the interdimensional spaces of our brains after we've already died?
That's horrific.
7 minutes could feel like an eternity.
Oof.
According to the Matrix,
That's a nightmare.
Ended in 1999. AI took us over, and the sky was scorched.
We did that.
Some people really believe that we're living in an artificial projection, and that AI.
Yeah, there they are. They're still here. I just noticed that. They didn't go down. They're still here. I just noticed that. What the fuck? Of course they're still here. What could ever take them down? AI stop terrorism in the world of the Matrix. I also would like to point out that so is the Matrix wrong about everything? No. Well, I mean, this is all just these little details are fun to obsess over, but they don't matter as much as the core message. I love those movies so much. But actually, I could probably tie it in now that I think about it. Here's the fun thing, though. That's quite a detail, right? None of this would be standing. So, I don't know if you guys have ever, like, seen the kind of damage just water and air and plants do to a building. But one of the cool things, like, if you want to see an example of a believable post-apocalypse, I'd recommend The Last of Us. And The Road's really good about it, too. But Last of Us specifically, the way that, like, the second we stop living in our buildings and maintaining them and power washing them and shit, nature will just reclaim that shit. The second where we stop maintaining our civil, like within 10 years, nature will reclaim it. It'll look like Nier Automata within 10 years. Within 20, it'll be a forest. Power wash. You mentioned power. I'm the power wash. That's not quite what the Matrix is about, but it's okay. It's what the first movie's about. The second and third movie, not quite. But yeah, the second we stop maintaining buildings and stop maintaining our architectures, die, Sealed Tennessee. See, the AI's coming. They're coming to get us, put us back in the Matrix. Kill. But yeah, none of this would be standing. This would all be gone.
Some people really believe that we're living in an artificial projection and that AI really did take us over, which, looking at the fashion industry right now, that could be true. The holographic universe theory states that our three-dimensional universe is a two-dimensional projection on a cosmic scale. Basically, we're living in a massive cosmic hologram, and everything we perceive as being 3D is really just an illusion. What's weird is that there might be some truth to this. Now, every planet gives off a frequency, a vibration, and a sound. We know there are connections
like Signalis
in the cosmos, and that it gives our reality stability, like the push and pull between particles.
That's how they do all the cool psychic shit in Signalis. They tap into that shit.
Actually operate like transmission towers that keep our reality the way it is, like projection points in a matrix.
Like in
Talking about
Signalis.
being stuck in a matrix time warp, we can go even further. Some believe Saturn is giving off these frequencies that are being transmitted to objects.
You sound like shit. Sorry, Obi. It'd just be you rambling about like Jurassic Park or some shit. That's all it would be. It'd just be your voice.
Time, and another name for Chronos. So maybe time really is different now.
So, to bury the lead, I think what's happening and the reason why we feel this like apocalyptic vibe is our generations are some of the first to collectively awaken to the truth of the world, to the truth of our own societies, to be able to see history as a whole going all the way back, as well as everything going on right now. When someone gets shot in another country, we know about it. We have an awareness of the world around us that we never had before. And a lot of people don't know how to deal with it. And myself included, I don't know how to deal with it. I'm not saying we're the smart ones. 1999 is 4 days ago. It's pretty new. I'm not saying we're the smart ones. I'm simply saying that we just have a lot of shit to deal with that no one's had to deal with before.
The scientist Stephen Hawking once warned that when we find the God particle, it could one day be responsible for the destruction of the entire universe. And Hawking was not the only scientist who thought so. Their theory was that the Higgs boson...
We live inside of a dream, Stephen.
...to keep the universe on the brink of instability. But it's
to be fair, though, if we ever found the thread that, like, held our reality together and just yanked that shit... like... There's a possibility we live in a simulation. We could be, our entire known universe could be a simulation inside of a computer, and we wouldn't know. And I ain't just talking about the people like in the Matrix. I'm talking all of it. We could be on a hard drive, some weird alien. We could be on some. I never figured out the owls thing, by the way. We could be on some weird fucking hard drive in some alien's basement, like millions of light years away.
Stable. In fact, if this God particle were real, it could usher in a quantum doomsday.
Cool.
On July 4th, 2012, the God particle, also known as the Higgs boson, was found. What if the discovery of this particle indeed destroyed the universe as we know it, or at the very least changed it? Did you know that the most
if they were just like
in the ancient world was the Maya calendar?
Oh yeah, if they're so great, why are they dead? Anyway, so I remember in school we learned about all the different religious rituals that the Mayans used to do to each other, like how they used to slice their own. They would take one person and castrate them and then burn their genitals so that the sun would rise. You're telling me we need to trust these... You're telling me that the motherfuckers that are castrating people to summon the sun and believe that that is what's going to happen, they had an accurate calendar? Go fuck yourself. I don't believe that shit. They're dumb as hell. They'd still be alive if they weren't. I'm sorry. I have been inundated with weird like... what's the word? Worship of the Mayans my entire life, and all I can remember is their dumbass religious practices. Higgs boson. Scalar field to neutral. Peter Higgs. What do they do with it when they find it? They make a gun or something?
This calendar only recorded up until December 21st, 2012. The same year the
what are the Mayans gonna come get me? Like, what are they gonna do? Like, we can shit on them all day, just like we can shit on them just like we shit on the Amish. We're gonna fucking just roast the Amish for my entire stream. Here we go. They can't do nothing.
Well, it doesn't seem like the world ended in 2012, or did it? Because something strange is definitely going on. In 2013, Nelson
Oh, God damn it.
died, but a bizarrely huge number of people remember him dying years earlier in the
Maybe
90s.
we just invent all these conspiracies to torture schizophrenic people.
Page of a newspaper in New York City.
They're still around, though.
When I laid it out, I remembered leaning over to an editor and saying, "Didn't this guy die already?" Now, if it were just one event, you could easily write it off as people not remembering what happened. But this was the first of so many glitches in the Matrix. I'll list a few here.
Oh, déjà vu.
Deja
In the
vu.
movie Snow White, the evil stepmother gazes into the mirror. Remember what she says? Mirror, mirror on the wall, right? Nope, now it's magic mirror on the wall. Literally, no one remembers magic mirror. Then Sinbad was never...
Well, yeah, I misquote things from movies all the time. It's like a game of telephone. You misquote things, you say those things, and those things get repeated by other people. Before the internet, before you could just fact check this shit would make its way into cartoons. Like, for example, Luke, I am your father. He doesn't say that. He says, no, I am your father. It's a total misquote. But that doesn't mean that our timeline changed. It means that our memories and our ability to communicate are far more fallible than we believe. Like, what is shown to have a higher failure rate, provably? Humans? Or the very fabric of the universe in which we inhabit? I've met dumb people. I meet dumb people on the daily. Never have I once seen a rift or a portal or an alternate timeline or a hole in reality. I didn't say it. No, nothing. Like, nothing against the... Why are we being mean to this guy? I'm not trying to be mean to this guy. I'm just having fun with what he's saying. Oh, yeah, the conspiracies are made for the...
Everyone, including me, remembers coming out in the 90s called Shazam.
Shazam, yeah.
Shaq was even in a knockoff remake called Kazam. Shazam doesn't exist, but Kazam still does. No one can figure it out.
Yeah, because because people... Oh my god. Okay, this one's tough to explain. I have fun figuring these things out because it's actually really, really fun to look at certain conspiracies and like try and figure them out. In this case, also that's goddamn cursed. Sinbad, you got a scary face, man. Alex, this is insane. Send Alex to the mental asylum and have him expelled. So this is because of two things. One, people mix people up all the time and or are racist. Popular black man looks like another popular black man because people aren't used to seeing black people, yada, yada, yada. Racism, you know. And Kazam and Shazam sounded similar. People may have misspoke. They would misspeak and go, hey, there's that new movie called Shazam. Oh, who's in it? Oh, Sinbad. Oh, cool. It's also a comedy movie. You wouldn't expect a basketball player to be at the head of a comedy. You'd expect a comedian, right?
Shazam
Restrained.
exist,
Damn.
but Kazam still does.
No! They need to know the truth about Kazam! Let me go!
No one can figure it out.
I figured it out.
McMahon never worked for Publishers Clearinghouse and gave people giant checks. There's even footage of Johnny Carson talking about Ed doing this, but it officially never happened, and he never worked there.
I don't know who that
I
is.
can't figure that out either. I remember my entire childhood seeing that guy holding up checks in commercials all the time between my cartoons. C-3PO now has a silver leg in the Star Wars movie. The weird part, my action figure when I was a kid didn't have that, and no one can remember this in the movie. But when you
A misprint.
go back and check the old VHS
It's also a VHS tape. Movies look like shit.
didn't have that, and no one can remember this in the movie.
Looks
But when you
fuzzy.
Go back and check the old VHS tapes.
It's
the
also
laser
silver
discs,
reflecting
the
sand.
leg is indeed there.
Yeah.
These mysterious examples have led people to speculate
My red
that
arm.
something really did happen in 2012, and we're living in a different timeline. Why the universe would choose something so close, but with these
Yeah, he never had a
differences and
monocle.
details, I can't answer. But instead of it being evidence the world ended and we're stuck in
You know what? There is one evidence. There is one strong piece of evidence for what he's saying. I have never been happy and I've really never been able to make friends or get along with people all that well. I've always felt a deep sense of discomfort and fear of the world around me. I think I might be the only person who's actually from this timeline. Because now that I think about it, almost every single one of these that I remember them correctly. I remember the Mandela thing. I remember the fruit of the loom discrepancy. Didn't have a cornucopia. I remember the C-3PO thing. I remember the opposite of what everyone else remembers for all the Mandela effect things. I think I might be the only person who's actually from this timeline. Am I God? Wait a minute, hold up. Maybe if I was here first, does that mean I'm like the Lane I'm the Lane Iwakura of this timeline, you know? Like, because that's my proof that it exists. Forget about Obi. Am I the main character?
Saved, and this was as close as we could get to the original timeline.
Oh no.
One final theory on why we've been living in weirdness for the last 25 years, where
It's okay.
everything seems to be staying the same.
I'm the psychic-y.
Could be that technology is collapsing time. Now, follow me on this one. The theory is that as technology develops, the speed of advancements also increases until eventually it advances.
That's not true. We've hit a point of stagnation in a lot of ways.
Advances at such an exponential rate that the speed becomes infinite, like an infinite loop. Now, Moore's law is one similar example because starting in the 60s, the number of components in integrated circuits were doubling every year. Moore predicted that if the pattern continued, the rate of growth of these semiconductors would become enormous.
But more, why would it continue?
As the semiconductor industry took this as a challenge.
I can say nothing.
With artificial intelligence being created now and man really merging more.
Hold up. It's not real AI. Stop. Can we please stop calling this fucking trash AI? Because it's not real AI. An AI is a simulated being. It is a living. It is a synthetic life form. It is an organism in its own way. It is an artificial. When it's artificial intelligence, it doesn't just mean, oh, duh. It can do things our brains can do, because then that makes a fucking calculator AI, right? It's just bots. It's not AI. It's not real AI. The future isn't here. They're lying to you. Oh yeah, that's fair, Supreme. That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Is
This exponential improvement rate of tech has already started.
Has
That's
it?
why everything seems the same.
Maybe things will get less shitty. Wait. It's going so fast that everything just sees the same. So you're saying that technology is advancing so rapidly that we can't even detect it? How come there's a gasoline engine in my car and not a water engine? How come my car can't fly? How come my computer still runs like shit? How come all of this stuff? It's advancing so fast that it feels like it's not advancing at all. How come video games still fucking look the same? Video games haven't started to... ever since the PS3 360, end of the PS3 360 generation, new video games, new AAA games, the graphics haven't even improved that much. It still looks the fucking same to me. So, I mean, movie CG's gotten a lot better. But I can still tell it's CG. If it's that great, how can I tell, you know? It's a fucking bot that cannot be charged as an individual for stealing. Fucking thank you! Hey, Edgelord, it's good to see you. OB, you're channeling Armstrong.
In The Matrix Reloaded, our hero Neo meets the highly specialized AI program that created the Matrix itself. This architect character keeps being sabotaged by Neo and the other characters who refuse his program.
Those that refuse the program, while a minority, if unchecked, would constitute an escalating probability of disaster.
The problem is, the Matrix is a completely fabricated artificial reality. Humans are permanently kept in the state the world was in the year 1999 with no major progression or change. The fewer people that oppose the program, the better the architect and the AI can control reality. Those who break free of the Matrix with their freedom and creativity are what change things. Let's get creative, people.
Choice. The problem is choice.
The AI in the Matrix thinks choice is a problem, whereas I feel like it's a blueprint for a solution. In the time since 1999, in real life, we've been stuck in the same kind of minimally changed...
Okay, before he states his thesis, let's talk about the Matrix. So... You're one of us. Oh, okay. People who were part of the original timeline is like the basis for a fucking cult, man. You could start a cult with that. You could make a religion out of this. Like I realized that everyone else was getting the past wrong, but only I remembered the true past, and so only me and people like me, the real residents of this true timeline. Like that's the basis of a fucking cult. And I don't want to go in that direction. That's a doomsday cult. Hey, there you go. And look at you, Edgelord. You're nailing it. He's figuring it out. I feel like I'm focusing less, by the way. How did Trice, how did Eminem know to put you in that song? Okay, so the scene he's talking about from The Matrix, I actually need to go more into detail about it because it's the most important scene of the whole movie. So, in the first movie, Neo wakes up, with the help of Morpheus and the other people living outside the Matrix, to realize he's in the Matrix. Not only that, but Morpheus believes he's a sort of messiah figure known as the One, somebody who has a natural ability to break free of the Matrix, and even more so than other people. So, while other people can move faster, they're stronger, they're still human within the Matrix, whereas Neo is closer to an admin, basically a human born... basically a human who wakes up from the Matrix so hard that they have admin privileges. Matrix 1, Neo defeats the agents and escapes and becomes the One, starting a new age for the Resistance. And then, in the second movie, the machines instantly find Zion, the stronghold in the real world for the Resistance, and just get ready to kill everybody. Just somehow overnight. They just knew where it was. And so throughout the movie, a big part of it is understanding how the main character is trying to find out how they found out where Zion was and stop them from destroying Zion. Neo makes his way into that room where he talks to the founder, that old man we saw. He is an AI. He is the AI that created the Matrix. He's basically the head admin, the big cheese. And he explains to Neo that the One is not a prophecy made up by humans. It is something created by the machines. He was given admin privileges at birth, pretty much. The problem was with the Matrix is that humans are naturally free. They are naturally curious. They're naturally creative. And so the humans inside the Matrix would keep waking up, and what would keep happening is that these groups of humans would just wake up en masse, hundreds, thousands of them at a time. And they would just lose entire countries worth of humans who they need as a power source, because they basically take human biometrics and use them as a fuel source, because humans clogged up the sky with smoke so that the machines couldn't use solar power. That's the main reason why they're keeping humans alive in the Matrix, by the way. And so shit just sucks, right? And so what ends up happening is that they have the machines suppress those people, however those people still exist. And what the whole point of the One is, what the whole point of giving one person admin privileges at birth pretty much is that if people discover this person, they will all gather around him like a messiah. They will start a religion, or a cult in the case of Zion, where all the people will gather around one person in the real world, making them super easy to find and kill. That is what Neo is. He is a monolith that people are meant to gather around so that they can be murdered en masse by the machines without their harmful beliefs spreading to the rest of humanity, causing them to all unplug and die. That's the whole point of Neo. And it's one of the big reasons why people don't like the second or third movies. The first movie is a power fantasy about being the Messiah. The second and third movie are about the real nature of what that Messiah really is and the consequences of organized religion. And then in the final movie, Neo learns to accept his role within the Matrix and accept his place within reality. He ends up manipulating the machines against themselves and each other in order to free humanity from the Matrix all at once, because the whole system just collapses in the end. But anyways, the whole point of the Matrix movies is not, you're a hero, the world is shit, break free of it and be an anarchist. It's try to attune yourself to the world, be aware of what's going on around you, and see through the lies so that you may work better within the world, I guess. That's how I saw it, at least. It's Life of Brian, Matrix Reloaded. Yeah, Life of Brian's a bit. Life of Damn, I like the movies more now, but no, I love the Matrix movies. I rewatched them all very recently. I didn't like the second and third movie as a kid, but as an adult, I really dig those movies. But yeah, the whole point of them is not that, we need to overthrow reality. It's that, no, the Matrix is a part of our world now. We can't make the same mistakes as our ancestors. We need to learn to live with it. And that's not saying we should be fuel, but the Matrix is now a permanent part of the world. It's another layer that exists inside humanity, and only working with the machine, working alongside the machines as equals, can we create a better world. Now, I don't know what the fuck happened in the fourth movie. I haven't seen it yet, but that's all what I got. Anyway. Excuse me. Let's finish the video. Sorry, huge rant about the Matrix out of nowhere.
Driven by technology. We interact less, socialize less, trends
much
quicker, and time progression is harder to mark because there are fewer tangible things to mark that time with. Let me give you an example. I saw a comment on YouTube from someone who said they were able to mark the time in the 2000s by when they were married and when their children were born. And I agree, families are a huge marker of time progression, as are major events like weddings, births, deaths, and high school graduation. But whereas in the past, people were going out to participate in more weekly activities, physically doing more things, today there's even less movement and activity. Fewer people go to the mall and even to the grocery store. Teenage trips to the movies, mini golf, or loitering around happen less often than everyone interacting on the phone.
So, here's what's up with that. And Alex is gonna. This is Alex's Let's Fix Society stream, I suppose. If your teenager is on their phone way too often, you fucked up. Why'd you give them a phone? Are you stupid? But if they're on their phone, they're on their phone. You can't take it back from them once you've given it to them. Even if you try to take it from them, they will seek that out again. And eventually you'll let your guard down and they'll have it again. All you can really do is give them the freedom they need to manage their own time. Will they become addicted? Possibly. Yeah, most likely. A lot of people will. But you're going to have to trust people to make their own decisions and move away from those things. If you want people to go out and socialize, create spaces that incentivize socialization. There was a strong push before phones became a thing for teenagers to get the fuck out of certain places. Businesses did not like teenagers hanging around. They did not like kids hanging out at malls and not buying anything. There's still popular social spaces in my town, such as the D&D store, or such as comic book stores for like D&D and Magic the Gathering and Warhammer, but that's because people are going there to play things they can't play digitally, you know? I mean, Edgelords, I don't necessarily disagree with what he's saying. Cell phone days. You could even get something like Pokemon Go, which will actively bring people together. You know, we had that. While Pokemon Go was a good game, we need things outside of our phones to incentivize us going out. Further, more people who feel lonely and people who feel lonely and are doom scrolling and know they shouldn't just be doom scrolling all the time should go out and fucking do something. Go do something fun. Go for a walk. Go do something, you know? Or pursue interest outside of the home. If you're into games, why don't you look into tabletop games? Maybe you'd get really into D&D or Magic the Gathering or Warhammer or Conquest or whatever is out there. Maybe you'd get really into theater or LARPing. But you need to be willing to step outside and go do it. If you're into fighting games, maybe you'd be really into combat sports. Maybe you should go look into boxing or kickboxing. These activities have existed and continue to exist. You can go do these things. It's all about just being willing to take that step. You have to do it. You can't just sit on your phone inside and then complain about sitting on your phone inside. Like, oh, it's what everyone's doing and nobody's outside anymore. Yeah, well, they won't be until you become one of them and go out there. And at the end of the day, there are going to be people who are perfectly comfortable and happy sitting at their computers all day. Fuck off. Leave them alone. You don't need to be telling people to touch grass. You go out and touch grass. They got rid of the arcade? Nah, there's arcades in other towns. There's libraries in other towns. You just got to be willing to go there. How do I take focus meds and become less focused? I don't know. How did I drink caffeine when I was a kid and just fall asleep? How do I drink coffee and then fall asleep on it? You know, it's weird. But no, you have to be willing to be the change you want to see in the world. And until we get enough people doing that, things aren't going to change. I try to go out at least once a week and go do something socially. When I go out and I play D&D, I go and I play Warhammer. I'm just bringing up my examples. I've been trying to get into tabletop games. Hell, if you're into things like Counter-Strike, if you're into things like shooting games, look into Airsoft. You could go do Airsoft or paintball, you know? No one's driving to another town for an arcade. Too much effort. Yeah, arcades kind of suck. Give me back my hyperfixation. This feels bad. Sorry, Ghost. Yeah. I mean, arcades suck, to be honest with you. I can't think of a single reason to go to an arcade aside from the social interaction. I'd recommend doing things that require the social interaction, like D&D or even like gaming meetups. Like if you find out if there's any local fighting game communities you could get involved in. Airsoft costs money though. You can buy cheapo airsoft guns for a very small price. It only costs as much as real video games. Like, take the money you would have spent on the next game you were going to buy and instead put it towards airsoft or gas money to go somewhere and do something. You gotta go and do stuff. You gotta go out and do things. I don't recommend the mall or the theater. Honestly, those have always been imperfect solutions. But the problem with the mall, like we always fetishize the mall, the theater, the arcade. The problem with those places is they're all just there to suck the money out of you. Like a mall, you hang out at the mall so that you can see advertisements. That's why people were like, why don't kids go to the mall anymore? Because that's what society wants us to do. They want us to go to the mall. They want us to partake in capitalism and just like obsess over all the advertisements and stuff. Go to the arcade and spend an exorbitant amount of money to play games that just steal your money. Go to the movie theater where you're not going to talk at all and you're going to pay $40 fucking to go see a movie and then spend $10 on popcorn. Unless you're lucky like us and have locally owned movie theaters. The point is, these places weren't so great to begin with, so let's stop fetishizing them. Let's stop fetishizing nostalgia, let's stop fetishizing the past, and let's start enjoying the beautiful world we live in now. There are places like... There are so... Don't make your hobbies your job, you'll just start hitting the hobby. I recommend that as well. Go to, you can go to an arcade and spend money every day, or you can go to your local tabletop game store and maybe spend $20-$30 on a deck of Magic cards. Hell, my game store owner gave me all my Magic cards. He keeps giving me free shit every time I go in there because he wants to grow his store. It's a locally owned business, so it has the incentive to appeal to the community. Every time I go in there, he gives me free stuff, and I feel bad because, anyway, that's a whole other thing. I try to buy something every time I go in because I want to tip my game store, but that's because I want to do it. No, I think the fetishization of the past and just the individual laziness of people to not do the things that make them happy. Like, if you see, don't sit and be miserable. Go out and do the things that make you happy. That's what I apply to games. That's what I apply to that. That is the solution to loneliness. Go out and do the things that make you happy with the people that make you happy. If you don't know who the people you make you happy are, just go do the things that make you happy, and you'll meet them. But there you go. That's Alex's thesis statement on how to fix the world. Just go live a real, honest life that isn't corrupted or controlled by pursuits of business or power. Just go live.
Now, this is not criticism of our current reality. In fact, I think there may be some benefits to this limbo land, time warp, matrix reality we seem to be stuck in. We've got so much more of a chance to make choices that change things. Some people think this is super depressing, that we're not creative anymore.
Sorry.
We're relying on AI instead of originality, and things are increasingly gray.
Who's we? Everyone I know thinks that shit's ridiculous, and we should continue to treat it like it's ridiculous. Even if it involves embarrassing people. I felt really bad about it, but the DM kept pulling out images at our last session on paper, and I'm like, yo, why's that boar got 5 hooves? And everyone is like, oh, it's AI, and we all kind of laughed about it, and I'm sure the DM felt a little bad, but you gotta stop that shit. You gotta stop that shit from growing, Anyway.
Instead of originality, and things are increasingly...
Here's your homework assignment, folks. Think of an act. If you're feeling lonely, if you're not, that's fine. But if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling disconnected from the world, find a local thing you can go do. Find a fighting game. Look into your fighting game community. I'm sure there's one fighting game you enjoy. Look into meetup groups. Meetup's a good website we use here to find people. Check Facebook groups in your area. Find activities. Find one activity that you're interested in that seems like something that'll make you happy, and go there and meet some people and partake. I strongly recommend it. I started doing it back in 2015 because I was feeling lonely and depressed. And yeah, if you're in school, if you're in work, then you're not going to have as much trouble with that. Oh, good for you, TJ.
But it also seems like the past 2.5 decades have actually been like one larger time period the way one decade was in the past. And as more people become interested in innovation again, things are going to change rapidly. The people breaking out of the matrix and seeing that there's something more to reality happens every day. Just check out the comments on my Dreams Are Real episode. It's going to blow your mind. Now, some people may argue that in the past, the decades weren't really that distinct. I've heard that the 80s was just inspired by the 60s and the 90s were just a redo of the 70s.
Yeah, I'm sure people felt very similarly, and I've seen like one of the big things, one of my favorite scenes in there we go. One of my favorite scenes in a movie is in the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. There's a scene where the main character, who's played by Johnny Depp, but is basically just real life journalist Hunter S. Thompson. The movie's very biographical in nature. It's about a big old drug trip in Las Vegas. But basically, he talks about how things changed, how the world changed, and he didn't even notice it happening. And something similar happened to us, too. Nostalgia for the past and fear of the future and the present have existed for every human being that's ever existed on the planet. Anyways, let's continue the video.
Parent styles came back around in their own kids' youth. But I think you really got to see the obvious differences in style here. I mean, I was there. No, the 80s was very unique, and the 90s was too. The 90s grunge look came from Seattle, and I have to say, part of the skateboarding culture. While the 70s style was a reaction to an anti-war movement, the 60s hippie
Same
time
here.
period had color and go-go boots, sure. But that's totally different from the neon fluorescence and insanely big hair.
No, because it's a unique time with unique people.
Were the same. But why are trains a little faster now?
Later, Sonico.
Less varied, and planes haven't really improved at all in decades. In decades, while targeted ads on our phones are so good, they seem to be able to read our minds. Are we really stuck in a Matrix time warp? What are we going to do with this?
What does that have to do? Wait, no, that last thing you mentioned is the key to understanding everything. Here we go.
In decades, while targeted ads on our phones are so good, they seem to be able to read our mind.
Other tip for people living in the world. Limit your exposure to advertising as much as humanly possible. Just avoid it. Get ad blockers, don't look at ads, don't look at commercials, change the channel. Literally mute the... I mute the TV and then go on my phone whenever ads play on my PS4. We gotta turn that down. Holy shit. I hate that so much, right? Sorry, I had to take my headphones off because, ow. I smell Georgia. My ears! Right? But this right here is the key to understanding. It's because technology, it's similar with remakes. It's the exact same thing. Why are remakes getting prioritized over original ideas? Because it makes more money for investors. See, way back when, back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and even the 90s to a lesser extent, a guy would get a crazy man with a bunch of money would go and he'd start his own company and he would own that company. People like Gabe Newell, people like Walt Disney, people like Ford, just the crazy people, crazy, genius, individual, rich people would own their own company and they would just run that shit. However, investing and investors got more and more popular as more and more people tried to claw their way to the top of society. These people, they help fund companies, but they're also parasites. And they basically get to decide what your company does. If your company makes a decision that they don't think will bring them a return on investment, they will pull out their funding and kill your company before it even has a chance to fail. However, if you do things that they like, they'll give you money before it even has a chance to succeed. You're like, that's why it's so you're like looking at AI, you're looking at crypto, right? These stupid fucking ideas that have no chance of succeeding, right? And are built to fail are just everywhere, and they're being perpetuated as if they're a good idea. The only reason that's happening is because they convinced a bunch of dumbass investors that they are a good idea, and these ideas are being kept alive through funding from these fucking rich morons. Same thing goes for advertising on your phone. Why is this technology so advanced, yet that other technology is stagnant? Because this is what's getting all the time and effort and money put into it. It's what's returning on investment. And so naturally, this gets the priority. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. And it's the same thing that applies to movies. It's that basically our economy has reached an endpoint. It's gone too far. The checks and balances that capitalism needs to properly function isn't there. Yeah. They don't want to pull out and be wrong and lose a shit ton of money in face. Yeah. BRB going to ear doctor, joking. I'm thinking of switching to Firefox 6. Chrome is cracking down on ad blockers. I might have to do the same. I don't want to because Chrome is still the one that runs the best on my computer. but I have no loyalty towards it. But yeah, it's not a matrix. It's not a conspiracy. It's that the villains are winning. The bad people are winning. They haven't won, but they're winning. And we just got to be willing to tell them no. We got to be willing to laugh in their fucking faces when all their investments fails, because they don't have infinite money, right? Don't support AI, don't support crypto, and maybe get an ad blocker for your phone. When you're on your phone and you have for your computer, when you're on your phone and you have no choice but to watch ads, mute the audio, look away, do something else, wait a few seconds, or tab out to something else. If Google gives you one of its quizzes, it's like, hey, have you heard of these products? Just don't answer. Let the timer run down. Just start sabotaging their systems. There you go. I saved the world.
Are we really
don't participate in evil. That's my biggest thing.
To do with this extra time?
Partake in goodness, don't partake in evil.
Like in another 10 or 50 years. Leave me a comment with what you guys think, because I always love hearing it.
Yes, that's probably it.
Subscribe to the Metaphysical channel so you don't miss out on any updates or content drops.
Invest in dividends. Become independently wealthy and hold on to your money. That's my advice. Yeah, no, a lot of investors just do it for a living. Like, to be fair, if investors weren't fucking idiots and actually knew what made money and would actually knew what was good for the world, invested in what was good. If investors understood the power that they had and used that power for good, it wouldn't be a problem at all. What the fuck is this? I'm sorry? Oh, okay, they got a little thing going. Well, that'd be great. I might consider getting a pie hole as well, TJ.
Sword Art Online sucks. Thank you. Click here to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, leave a like, and name your firstborn daughter after me. By now, it's no secret that Sword Art Online is terrible. It is so terrible that the fact that it's terrible is a meme. And that's a real shame, because Hunger Games Online with sword lasers is probably the best idea to come out of Japan since...
At 7 years old, cut him some slack. Cut it some slack.
Ritually cannibalizing their enemies as an intimidation tactic during World War II. Look it up. To those of you who were as disappointed as I was with Reki Kawahara's shitty writing, awful pacing, bland characterization, ignorance of basic game design principles, misogyny, lack of attention to detail, complete disregard for internal consistency...
This is old anime YouTube, it feels like.
Knowledge of what made his narrative interesting in the first place, and voyeuristic sexual exploitation of prepubescent...
I feel like lack of knowledge of what made his narrative interesting in the first place is the biggest one.
Girls, have I got the anime for you? There's this idea called percussive maintenance, where you take a broken electronic device and beat it into submission until it decides to work. And that is exactly what Something Witty Entertainment did with Sword Art Online Abridged.
Sword Art Online killed this man's parents. No, he made anime.
So thoroughly that it loops right back around to becoming a loving reconstruction of everything.
Oh, it's just better Sword Art, yeah.
Going to be. From the characters to the pacing to the animation, SAO Abridged isn't just a great parody.
Fire your editor.
Show than Sword Art Online.
Custom maintenance, my beloved.
How SAO Abridged fixes the innumerable flaws in its source material, all while remaining one of the funniest abridged series on the market, let's talk about names. This is Kirito, Asuna, and Klein. They're the three most important characters in Sword Art Online, and I'm going to have to talk about them a lot. This is Kirito, Asuna, and Klein.
Balls.
They're the three most important characters in
Why does he keep getting Balls' name wrong?
And I'm going to have to talk about them a lot. You see the problem here. So, in order to avoid confusion and to keep myself from having to say abridged Kirito 347 times, let me introduce you to some new friends of mine. Kurt, Ass, and Balls Deep 60.
Yeah, there you go. Finally got his name right.
Yeah? Okay. The most noteworthy and impactful change that SAO Abridged makes over the original is that people aren't stupid. So many of Sword Art Online's conflicts could be avoided if the people involved didn't have the mental capacities of a sleep-deprived cabbage.
This is the number one thing I have noticed in media criticism that it does not hold up, and it's that, like, I gotta point this out, and it's not this guy's fault. It's of the time. People are stupid, man. Characters in fiction make dumb decisions all the time, and the problem is if someone doesn't understand who a character is, or doesn't understand... Yeah, people don't understand who a character is, they will read a mistake that the character made because of who they are as people as a dumb decision. Now, I don't know what he's actually going to say. I'm simply saying that this is one of the most, like, reoccurring annoyance. This is one of the biggest reoccurring annoyances I see in media criticism, and it gets applied to a lot of things I love by people who just didn't understand it, you know? I don't even know Harumph. Like, no Elfhemshite. Angela, I don't know, man. I don't know about the Middle East.
Take the moonlit.
By the way, totally one of my goals, one of the fun like ideas I've had for my streams would be somebody who speaks another language just talking over my streams and translating what I'm saying to their audience. I think that'd be really fun.
Black cats, for example. SAO attempts to justify Kirito's badass lonerness by implying that he feels responsible for what happened to the cats and doesn't want
Oh, I
to
love the
join
cats
any other
episode.
guild
It's so
to keep
good.
people safe. This makes them incredibly important. Sure is a shame they have the collective IQ of a coffee table. Hey, we have some time to kill. How about we make some extra cash fighting death monsters in this death dungeon where we could die? Never mind that our guild leader is gone, we need chairs. Not to mention the whole reason they all get killed is because Mr. MLG Pro here finds a treasure chest in an empty room and opens it. And I feel like that's all that needs to be said to show that this guy is about as smart as Bakugo. Oh god, what have I done? But the cats aren't off the hook, let's talk about Kirito. Kirito hides his level
Sure.
from the Moonlit Black Cats because
I'd love that.
if they knew his real level, they wouldn't want him around.
Just make sure you credit me. But yeah,
Are
it'd
you
still be
forgetting
cool.
that this is a death game? Why would anybody not want to hang out with people who are good at the death game? Now, it's never explicitly stated why hanging out with someone at a much higher level than you is a liability, because Sword Art Online. But as far as I can tell, Kirito being around makes higher level monsters spawn. And if that's the case, then Kirito knows that getting into a combat situation with the cats is a bad idea. So why did he say nothing when it was suggested that they go into the dungeon? If he knew that his very presence would cause Trogdor to come in and burninate all his friends, then congratulations, Kirito. You are so socially incompetent that you committed manslaughter. Bully for you. The actions of these characters are completely incongruous
He
with
explains
a world
it.
in which people have both a fear of death and a basic knowledge of cause and effect. Which is why Sword Art Online Abridged completely rewrites
I'm
this
bailing, too
entire
sleepy.
plot.
Night, Fox.
For starters, not only does Kurt not hide his level from Keita, Keita approaches him because he wants a higher level player in his guild, which
Where is Varrock?
makes sense. Why does Gary run right into the most obvious trap since this? Because he's an NPC set to all.
Later, Cindy. Bye. All right, back to it.
Which is why Sword Art Online Abridged completely rewrites this entire plotline. For starters, not only does Kurt not hide his level from Keita, Keita approaches him because he wants a higher level player in his guild, which, you know, makes sense. Why does Gary run right into the most obvious trap since this? Because he's an NPC set to auto-loot. And why are they in the dungeon in the first place? For chairs? Nope, because they're in debt to the mob and have to find a replacement for the special item that Charisma Hat stole. This slash and burn approach to adaptation is what
Wait, that was Joseph?
entertainment to take Sword Art Online from a barely coherent mess of broken dreams.
I love that hat. That hat's
and turn it into
great.
a series that isn't downright insulting to anybody who has a better critical eye than a trained eggplant. In addition to the obvious benefit of logic, these massive changes result in more complex and meaningful character development than happens in SAO proper, and not just among the main cast. Even the most
Just barely
minor
see
of
it.
side characters are given unique personalities and quirks that tend to be entirely absent from the original series. This allows something
Got fooled
witty
by
to
it,
turn
too.
totally forgettable, generic, non-characters like this into real
I think Alex
people
just
with
threw up. Yeah, a little
personalities
bit.
that we actually care about. In SAO, Godfrey is this guy's name is Godfrey.
Hi,
is
Godfrey.
a plot device whose only purpose in the narrative is to get Kirito and Kuradiel alone together and then get killed just so the viewer knows that this guy is
It's crazy.
In Abridged, he's Godfrey the role player, the quirky, endearing doof who badly quotes Shakespeare and
Yeah.
really seems to be trying to make everyone around him happy. And when
So that's the other thing, is that a lot of the mistakes in the patches and the Band-Aid fixes that Sword Art Abridged uses to try and fix the narrative is based off of things from real games. So like that hat has a charisma modifier. The the guy being a role player is the kind of player you'd see in an MMO. And so it's actually an interesting idea because it actually plays more into the core appeal of Sword Art, which is Hunger Games in an MMO, Death Game in an MMO, and it actually uses the MMO aspect far better based off of, like, you know, real games and not off of some bullshit concept of MMOs that exist purely in the author's head.
Stabs him and he breaks character to start pleading for his life. That's a hilarious but still tragic moment that actually hits home and makes the viewer care about someone they didn't even remember after watching the original series. And then there's Sachi. In the original series, Sachi is a tool. Her entire
Hello, Vintage. Good to see you.
Strong, independent swordsman who don't need no guild. She has no outstanding character traits except for the ones that help her die sadder, and the effect that she has on Kirito is straightforward, linear, logically suspect, and poorly executed. In Abridged, she makes Kurt go through an entire emotional arc and back again, and the psychological scars that he suffers after her death stick with him long into the series' endgame and have a profound effect on everything he does. When Kirito talks with Sachi under the moping bridge, she
How do
tells
I
him that
AFK?
she's afraid to die.
Exclamation
Which is
point
reasonable,
lurk.
but also true of literally anybody else, and does
Me too,
nothing
thanks.
to endear us to her character any more than we're endeared to this guy. Kirito answers
How you
that
doing,
he won't
Vintage?
let her die. Then she dies anyway, and he's sad. In the Abridged series, Sachi's impact is much deeper and more nuanced than it is in the original. When the whole guild gets wiped in the Abridged series, it's not because some inhumanly idiotic disgrace to the species falls for an obvious trap, it's because
I am
Sachi
exist.
sets
Yay.
an NPC to auto-loot because she thinks it will save time. This is a multi-layered tragic moment that enhances our sympathy for two different characters.
God, this is
First of
the
all,
fucking,
Sachi was
like, bro, just play Final Fantasy XIV and have your gameplay as a backing thing, because goddamn, this is cringe. I'm sorry. Just, your voice is fine. Just stop with the game theory editing, please.
terrified that she was going to be the one to get her friends killed, but instead of it being an accident caused by her bad connection, the deaths
People
of her
just said
friends were
suspect.
entirely the
Yes.
result of an avoidable
We're using the
mistake
long
that was
version.
completely under her control. This is undercut a little bit since her party in the Bridge series consists
It's just entirely of NPCs.
but it's still
It's
way
really
more
funny.
impactful than I hid my level and now you're dead. Her effect on Kurt is significantly deeper as well. From the beginning of the Abridged series, Kurt has been a self-assured, overconfident dickbag with a superiority complex who sees the suffering of weaker players as a source of entertainment. He says he doesn't want to team up with other players because they're a bunch of mouth-breathing neckbeards, and Diabel praises him for being so wise when he goes on his rant about how lions don't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep, reinforcing that he is right to see the people around him as useless, inferior beings. When Sachi tells him that she's afraid her laugh
Yeah.
is going to get everyone she loves killed,
Oh, right, she has bad ping. I forgot about that.
a way to mock, which makes him question his cocksure attitude for the first time in the series. The ensuing conversation makes Kurt see the error of his ways, and he resolves to stop being a sociopathic
Don't do what
fuck-muncher and
anymore?
give people a
Suspect.
shot. Sachi is Kurt's way of giving humanity a chance to prove its worth. He lets himself be vulnerable to one person, one time, and that vulnerability is immediately and harshly kicked in the dick. Sachi's death
Oh, you mean this kind of editing?
his former
Yeah.
distance attitude was correct,
Yeah.
and that allowing people to get close to you won't cause anything but pain. This is further shown when he talks with Balls at the end of the episode. Since they first
I love
met,
this moment.
Kurt has always referred to Klein by his screen name, Balls Deep 69, as a way of having some small bit of power over him. When he's going after the item from the Christmas event, Klein tells him that there's a chance it can resurrect players, and that knowledge gives Kurt just a little
Being
bit
this
of
mean
hope
for the
that
smallest reason. Yeah, it'd be really sad if people were like mean and vindictive because a piece of fiction upset them. Cut back to every single time of me calling like the developers of a game a waste of life. Cut back to every time of me flipping. Yeah, just we still do it. I still do it, and it's a bad habit. But yeah, I get what he's going for. I think he just needs to tone down the intensity a bit, but I'm sure he does. The editing, the video editing is fucking cringe. It's cringe city, man. It's cringe kitty.
vulnerability towards Sachi wasn't completely wasted. As a result, he responds, "Thank you, Klein," showing this other player a rare sign of respect. After risking his life against Smurf Santa to have a chance at saving Sachi, Kurt is rewarded with a hat for his trouble. Now, his attempts to show faith in humanity have been...
But the thing is, it's also the hat. It's the same hat that tricked him before with the charisma modifier on it.
3 times. First, when Sachi died. Second, when the hope at reviving her was taken from him. And third, when Klein betrayed him by giving him that hope in the first place. Even if Sword Art Online had accomplished what it set out to do with Sachi's character, Kirito wouldn't have had an arc so much as a straight line going from a relatively nice, sociable dude who's a bit on the awkward side to a self-imposed pariah who's too afraid of getting other people killed to join up with them. In Abridged, he starts with posturing and presenting himself as a total ass who doesn't care about humanity at all, while actually really wanting people to like him. Then he gets that point of view reaffirmed.
Yeah, it's standard video essay editing from 7 years ago. So that's why I was like, it's 7 years old, cut him some slack. You know, he didn't know the game theory thing was cringe.
Questioned by Sachi,
but...
then reaffirmed by Sachi, then questioned by Balls, then reaffirmed by Santa in an emotional cycle that beats him down so far into the dirt that he thanks Balls for showing him that there was still a part of him that could love people, because now that he knows where to find it, he can kill it forever. This is normally the part in this video where I would really start delving into Kurt's character, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, since there's enough content about him, Ass, and Yui to make that its own video, I'm gonna make that its own video. For now, let's go back to this whole thing about people not being stupid and talk about Kayaba. Trivia question.
Oh god, Kayaba. Okay. This is different. Kayaba in Abridged is stupid, and that's what I love about him. Well, yeah, we'll get to it.
Make Sword Art Online kill people. Don't remember? Neither does he! Ain't that some shit? I mean, I get it, man. Sometimes you just do things. No worries, I'm sure that'll hold up in court. The lack of compelling motivation isn't just stupid. It turns Akihiko from a potentially brilliant character into a plot contrivance, acting as yet another sword in the back of SAO's potential. Thankfully, as usual, the Abridged series is here to save the day. In SAO Abridged, the first few SAO-related deaths were the result of a glitch in the system that was caused by a rushed release. And since Akihiko is crazy from having gone 3 weeks without sleep to get the damn thing finished, he panics and locks everyone in the game so that he can pretend it's all part of some master plan.
I love it.
Finds a way to keep the cops off his back. The writers of the Abridged series realized that there was no
Kaon on
possible
screen.
motivation that a sane man could have for doing all this, so they needed to add
I don't hate Kaon that
insanity to
much.
Hayaba's character. Problem is, they'd already portrayed him as being ruthlessly competent when he's playing the part of Heathcliff. Their reconciliation of these two portrayals of Akihiko both make sense and play into his backstory as a game developer. Since nothing drives game developers insane like being overworked, underslept, and working on a deadline, they
Oh god, yeah, a fucking extra credits reference. Oh. Okay. You guys know who these guys are? Because he's using it to explain. You guys know who these fellas are? They're the reason why games are $70 now. Big mouth YouTube video essayists who fucking posture themselves as smarter and better than everyone else because they have some game design experience and have some of the wildest takes, such as games need to be $70. Why? Oh, because developers aren't getting paid enough. That's fucking stupid. Follow-up. Yeah, the reason why it's stupid is the reason why developers aren't getting paid enough isn't because there's not enough money to go around. It's because people at the top are hoarding the money and not sharing it with the people below. That's pretty much what it is. Greedy bastards. Wow, can't wait for the sale in 5 years. Yeah, right? I'm never paying more than $60 for a game. Except for Final Fantasy XIV, which I pay $15 a month for, but, you know, that's a special case. It's an MMO. Regardless, yeah, these motherfuckers got insane takes. Now, when this video was made, it's still too late. 2018 was too late to be using them positively, so I get the feeling that he's a fan and trying to emulate their style, because they did the same shit-ass game theory style of video editing. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, there are also the people that say you shouldn't be able to play as historical factions in games because people might be upset to be associated with those historical factions. So, Call of Duty is red versus blue now. No more Nazis, no more actual factions from the campaign. 15, I only pay 12. Sorry, yeah, 12 a month, my bad.
can't keep. Speaking of Heathcliff, then there's that whole "you fools, I was Kayaba the whole time" bit. Unless you've seen Sword Art Online, there is no way to properly
Yeah, it comes out of
appreciate
nowhere.
how jarring this scene is. We all know that SAO has pacing problems, but
Jar
there is
Jar.
a big difference between lingering on one scene a little bit too long and ending the story 25 floors early because the writers just got bored. And
Yep.
the way this happens doesn't even make sense. There are two key pieces of evidence backing up Kirito's shocking revelation that the leader of the Knights of the Blood Oath was actually Kayaba Akihiko in a pair of Groucho Marx glasses. He moved really, really fast one time, and there's nothing less fun than watching someone else play an RPG. With the first part, Kirito seems to forget that Sword Art Online is an irreparably broken game. The unique skill system makes it so that there's nothing stopping a player from being able to do pretty much
Yeah, that's
anything,
true.
including moving lightning fast and blocking an otherwise perfectly placed attack. As for watching someone else play an RPG, I'm subscribed to this little channel called the Game Grumps, who just finished a playthrough of Breath of the Wild.
Pause. That's not an RPG.
Give that a gander, Kirito, and tell me how boring it is watching people play RPGs after.
It's not an RPG. I'm guessing that because Sword Art Online is an MMO, they meant how boring it is to watch people play MMOs. I would then invite you to sit and watch a World of Warcraft stream, only focusing on the stream, not chatting, and just see how stimulating that is. I stream MMOs. I know how bored people get. I have people who see me as their friend in chat going, "This shit's boring." Like, I know they can be boring to watch. So I just wanted to say that real quick. Ooh, that sucks.
After you
Good luck.
vicariously experienced Dan and Aaron's perfect friendship. The kind of
Right.
friendship that you know is absent from your own life because you never developed social skills in high school, and now you don't know how to talk to people because you're a shut-in NEET who spends every day writing YouTube videos about shitty anime while drinking raw Baileys at noon in your apartment. Form floating personification of death, Kaiba references Tron and Scanners.
Scanners,
After
yeah.
Heath is introduced, those
Movie references continue. He's
These
the only one.
allusions to Kaiba's favorite films create a narrative through line.
It's a really nice little detail. I always like that. Yeah, Kayaba and this guy.
A long series of individual events into a strong case against the leader of the game's strongest guild. Or at least a stronger case than nobody could beat me in a fight without cheating. And the movie references don't only serve to make Kaiba's alter ego make sense, they also create a connection between him and Kurt.
Me too,
Kurt
yeah.
also constantly makes movie references through
Leg of Da.
which reflects the way in which he and Akihiko are similar. They're both massive nerds with no friends who are tired of living in a world where everyone they know is intellectually beneath them, and getting trapped in this game is probably the best thing that's ever happened to both of them.
Put a question mark after boy and we can agree on
When
that.
Kaiba finds out that Kurt gets his movie references, he is overjoyed at having finally found someone who understands him and his misanthropic tendencies. The problem is that Kurt has undergone a whole character arc at this point and has begun to legitimately care about humanity, thus breaking the bond between him and Kaiba, which is represented when Kurt
Kaiba.
stabs Kaiba while quoting Mythbusters, and Kaiba attributes the quote to Dungeon Master, a film that Kurt has never even heard
Yeah,
of. And if
yeah.
that wasn't enough, then during the last
Oh, that's a good pick too. I reject your reality and substitute my own. Yeah, because that's a quote from Dungeon Master. But the guy, nobody fucking saw that movie except for the dude on Mythbusters who quotes it all the time. That's really funny. I like that. That's good. I forgot about that.
Kurt stabs Kaiba while quoting Mythbusters, and Kaiba attributes the quote to Dungeon Master, a film
Damn.
that Kurt has never even heard of. And if that
Lefties
wasn't
get
enough,
wrecked.
then during the last scene with Kurt and Ass, when Kurt finally says "I love you" to her for the first time, she says "I know," quoting
Yeah!
Han Solo in Battlestar Galactica. Ass
Sorry. I'm just remembering how much I love Sword Art Online Abridged. Just the I know from fucking Empire is so good. I love it.
we reference here cements Kurt's progress as a character, showing now that he identifies more with Ass than he could have with the genocide.
And just stuck with it.
And the Abridged series doesn't just fix characterization issues either. There are also subtle changes in pacing, editing, and animation that just make it pop. For example, during the fight with Ilfang in the original series, right after the door opens, we get this brief clip of the Kobold Lord sitting on his throne in the dark. This subconsciously preps the viewer for a moment of tension where the army slowly walks forward with the boss boss looming silently over them, waiting to strike as they enter his domain. Instead, he jumps through the air like an overstuffed tube sock out of some madman's laundry cannon and starts cutting through people like that guy from Too Many Cooks at Thanksgiving dinner. Just cutting out that one shot of Ilfang on his throne makes this whole scene...
Especially because the joke about the scene is that the raid group stood outside the dungeon for way too fucking long and they don't have enough time before the raid resets. Yeah,
better. I counted. And it's not
true.
just subtle changes. SAO Abridged cuts out so much unnecessary bullshit.
I get bummed out whenever people remind me of Berserk 2016, including at myself last night when I mentioned it to TJ.
You can make a whole new bull out of the shit, and this metaphor isn't going quite the way I wanted to, but the point is that the Alienware arc in SAO proper is 6 hours long. In SAO Abridged, it's just over 3, and nothing of importance is lost. Do you remember when this guy from the fishing arc talks about soy sauce? Do you remember this guy from the fishing arc? Do you remember the fishing arc?
I do.
Neither does SAO Abridged, and it's better for it. Then there's the OP. My god, does this series have a stellar OP. I mean, Jeff isn't gonna want to fuck it, but he's also not gonna want to beat it hard enough to make small children uncomfortable like...
Yeah, but you'd have to pay him to do that. Jeff's a fucking shill. Like, anime YouTube is the dredges, man. Mother's Basement is such a fucking... Like, he drives me nuts. Because, like, all of these people, like, no matter what tier of popularity they're at, anime YouTubers talked like the smuggest cunts. They are so smug. Not an ounce of humility about them, and it drives me up a fucking wall. That's why I like Super Eye Patch Wolf so much, is because he just kind of comes across as a normal fucking guy, you know? You get people like this guy in Mother's Basement, and it's just, y'all are so fucking smug. You're smug, and you're taking dirty money, Jeff. Jeff fucking promoting Crunchyroll, a place that actively abused its workers and misappropriated funds for 10 fucking years. And then also going after other smaller YouTubers for encouraging people to make the better choice of piracy. Like, fuck this guy, seriously. It's a show where nothing happens. K-on's a show where the entire thing is an excuse to get cute anime girls in a room and having them make cute squeaky noises at each other, and it's not funny and it doesn't go anywhere. I will not recommend K-on! I will instead recommend 2 alternative anime that are far better in every way, shape, and form, and that's Watamote and Lucky Star. There's the reason I pirate. Oh yeah, learning this smug cunt didn't want me to do it made me do it even harder.
With the OPs of SAO proper. If nothing else, the OP is short and well edited with a fantastically chosen theme song that actually plays during the final
It's pretty
fight
awesome.
against Kaiba.
Yeah.
I don't know how SAO managed to fuck up the most obvious and badass anime trope of all time, but there is
Wait, no, hold up. Wait, are you saying that every anime has to do that? Because not gonna lie, it'd be pretty fucked up if, like, the Evangelion theme was playing while Asuka was fighting the mass-produced Evas. That would be strange.
Obvious and badass anime trope of all time, but
this is a relic of old
nothing
anime YouTube.
More hype than hearing the first bars of the opening theme song play while the main character and the big bad evil guy stare each other down. And then the way the music abruptly cuts out when Kurt's sword breaks on Kaiba's shield really sells his desperation and the sense of defeat he feels at having finally been bested when so much was on the line. But the most impressive change to me is the subtle edits made to animation in the and I'm not talking about making characters roll their eyes.
Also, I disagree on the opening thing. I like Crossing Field so much more than This Is War by 30 Seconds to Mars. Listen to the full song sometime, and you'll get a feel for it. That song is fucking boring until the drop, which actually makes it perfect for an anime opening now that I think about it. Now, Crossing Field's so much better. Anyway, hey, hun. You caught me monologuing.
Minor tweaks that don't do anything to make the episode funnier, but that seriously improve the quality of the show overall. The best example of this is the fight between Yui and this sentient Halloween costume. When Yui sees the sword in SAO proper, it's a little girl with big sword moment. And that's fine, but the idea of an unstoppably badass 9-year-old girl is kinda tired at this point, and it doesn't tell the viewer anything new about Yui except that
Psycho
she can
100.
summon a big sword. When this scene happens in the Abridged series, there's this cool distortion effect that really sells the idea that she's hacking into the system to gain access to
Yeah, 'cause she's a
powers that
program.
she shouldn't be able able to use. It takes advantage of the setting and Yui's identity as an AI while
It's a great
creating
sword.
a link between this
Neato.
scene and the one where she explains that the system is going to delete her code. This animation tweak didn't have to
I hate
happen.
this fucking editing
Nobody
so
would have
much.
expected it to happen, but they did it anyway because they knew it
So
would improve.
my takeaway from this is that I don't want to watch any more of this guy's videos, and I'm probably going to rewatch all of Sword Art Online Abridged tonight. So that's cool.
And that's the really special thing about
It's a great thing to watch while you're playing
There are
14.
so many lazy abridged series out there trying to cash in on the popularity of the trope, and
Oh.
almost none of them do anything to improve on their source material. SAO Abridged clearly comes from a place of deep respect for what Sword Art Online
Oh, I got
could have
groceries.
been.
Did
And
you
the
see?
creators go above and beyond to make
That was
good
under
on
100.
all of the promise that Aincrad had. And I'm glad they did, because I wanted
Good.
to like Sword Art.
You know what? Now that you've never seen Sword Art Online, I will recommend watching the Abridged series. It's very good. It's a very good comedy. You know what? I like it better than Konosuba. It is a better comedy isekai than Konosuba. EJ says hi, Vey.
I think
He says
most
hi
of
back.
us wanted to like Sword Art Online. And
Well, I
now,
really did. It was a
thanks
really
to
cool
something
idea.
witty entertainment,
We can.
Happy 20,000 subscriber special, everybody! I
Open to Twitter. The line "I opened to Twitter" is the most like pre-2020 thing I've ever heard. It's so much better. Yeah, like TJ was like, "I'm gonna watch Sword Art Online," and everyone was like, "Don't." The most noteworthy change about SAO Bridge is that people aren't stupid. Counterpoint. Do you know how many of you charged into certain death screaming Leroy Jenkins? More than 0. Nor Konosuba. Well, Sword Art Online is abridged, I'll just say abridged, is a story about a bunch of geeks who fucking get a VR MMO that actually goes into their mind so they can actually, it's like the Matrix, it's like plugging in the Matrix, where they actually control their character with their mind one-to-one. The game locks them in, and they get stuck in it, and they have to beat the game in order to escape. So all the players have to kind of work together and overcome the MMO. The problem is, the game is unfinished and buggy, and if you die in the game, you're dead. That's it. So... yeah, it's pretty funny, Sword Art Online Abridged. I would not recommend the original version. It's really fucking boring and not great. It's good for the first few episodes, but it really falls off after that point. I recommend watching the Sword Art Online Abridged, which you can find on YouTube in full. Konosuba is about Kona and his scuba, except he forgot the C. It's tough to forget the C, because he's going scuba diving. Unless it's freshwater.
There has very much been a cultural revolution.
You know, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I think that's a good video to end with. But yes, takeaway for the video, go out, do something fun, do something that makes you happy. Don't partake in shit that makes you miserable. Stop doom scrolling. Don't watch ads. Don't watch sponsorships. Don't let the parasites of our world take you. What else? You're probably not living in an alternate universe. You're probably living in the same world you lived in this whole time. And watch Sword Art Online Abridged, because it's one of those things that can make you happy. It'll make you laugh. It'll give you good feelings. It's funny. It's smart. It's witty. I recommend it. Yeah. How was the Goku thing? The Goku thing was very entertaining. We had a good time with that. Sadly, we couldn't find subtitles that worked, so it was more just checking out the cool animation and enjoying the characters and stuff. We mostly just talked about the anime, but it was good. Thank you for sharing that. I had a great time. I do apologize if you send me a video and want me to just love it. I will talk about it and I will criticize it more than I normally would, because it's fun, and we're here to have fun. There's no second Mew. Mine was English. Are you serious? The one you sent me was, the one you posted in there was Japanese. Oh, right! Forgot about that. Anyway. There's Only 150 Pokemon, no more, no second Mew. Yeah, it gets worse. Yeah, that's what I'm really excited to see. Because when I first watched Sword Art Online Abridged, I'm like, cool, stop it here. But if they are doing Alfheim, let's see what they do with it, you know? Alfheim is just bad. Like, there isn't any... Like, I enjoy the world and the characters of Aincrad. I enjoyed the fantasy of being in that world with Kirito. And Asuna and them. However, I don't remember enjoying any of Alfheim Online. Okay, so next Mewtube Monday, which is next week, we're going to be watching... we're not going to be watching YouTube videos. We'll be watching, instead, a very specific series from my childhood called Walking with Dinosaurs. It will be the Dinosaur Appreciation stream, which I've been wanting to do for a while. However, if you'd like to submit videos not for next week, but for the week after that, be sure to join the Discord down below or via the link I'm currently posting in chat, and post any YouTube videos you want me to watch on YouTube Monday in the Fire Pit channel. If you want to catch the parts of the stream you missed, or any other streams you may have missed, check out Library of the Cat, which is our VOD channel on YouTube. Margaret really needs to get off of her high horse. She's in a wheelchair. It's good. If you enjoyed the stream and you're new here, be sure to follow if you want to see more from me, or if you just want to hang out, or if you want to submit your own videos from YouTube Monday, be sure to join the Discord via the link in chat. And if you want to support the stream and help it grow and help me achieve my goal of getting new art for the channel from our lovely artist Mystic, be sure to subscribe. Subscribers gain access to the special subscriber channel. They get to watch all my streams ad-free, and they get to join me in voice chat every Sunday for game night. So, yeah, be sure to do that. All that being said, we're going to go ahead and find ourselves someone to raid, preferably someone else who is just catting. Let's find out. Oh, look, Goaty's playing. What's he playing? Epic 7? Interesting. Not familiar with that at all. Viewers load a high, same category. It's okay, man. I got really upset. It's not a big deal. It caught me. I was tired, and it caught me at a bad time. Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's just catting in a way that I find interesting. So we'll go ahead and raid a follow. We'll raid somebody we're following. Raid a friend. All right, we're gonna go ahead and raid Fish/Goaty, who is playing Epic 7. I don't know what this game is, but I like Goaty, so let's check it out. 100, oh yeah, 100 stream streak. You get free artwork from the artists that we're working towards getting more art from, and it can be of anything you like. So if you like the art style of my avatar, be sure to keep tuning in. This is not a rock and stoner, but still a dwarf, just a stoner. All right, we're gonna go ahead and raid Goaty Fish, rocked and stoned. We got to play that together some more, guys. Probably. Well, we might play. We might end up playing that tonight. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. All right, guys. I will see you later. Take care, everyone. Good night. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Tomorrow we're playing Splinter Cell, so look forward to that. And then on Wednesday we're playing Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. All right. Take care. Beep, 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 beep. Thank you, and have a good one. That's how I used to end all my videos. Pretty funny. I don't know why that's what I went with. I think I went with it once and just got used to it. Thank you, and have a good one. Kind of funny saying it out loud now. Anyways, raid time.